No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So these
Don't scare the snake.
are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah,
I can hold them.
To just support their
Wait a
body.
second.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
And you can show them to stream.
Hello.
wow.
We
Wow,
love
they've got long
snakies.
tongues.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just
trying
her body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy.
That's
Okay,
good.
great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. 420 is when you smoke
that-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like, I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. It's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the chat and Nemo's Twitch channel, loving every minute. 10-6-6. She's gonna have to dodge a lot of bullets here. Pulte for now looking for a king, a 10, or a 7. Plenty of backdoor draws, including the 3-3. Needs a king, 10, 7, or 3, or this tournament is over. And this tournament is over. Nemo gets the job done. She's stunned, but she's the champion.
Thank you so much, Pulte. It was a pleasure to play against you. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
job.
you. Oh my god.
Spend it wisely.
I will. Okay, 5 push-ups. You guys ready? Ah! Oh my god, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm gonna do it against the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, workout for the day done. Oh. Whew. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, where is this leg going? Okay, so I think it goes like this, right? And then you want to get into, like, this position. Like, I think that's what we're trying to... Ta-da! See? My little fist? It fits perfectly. Proof that I punched it. Like, my fists aren't very big. They fit perfectly into each of these holes. And that's why my hand is, like, beyond bruised. They're quite bad. Oh shit, I should play this. Fudge. Wait, I checkmated? Wow, I'm a genius! All planned! Oh, know who this is. Your girlfriend? Bertosh's girlfriend? Wait, actually, I was fully joking. I was entirely memeing. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. He's dating a chess player? Good for him, I guess. I don't know if that's a good for him in Polish culture. I don't know what chess players are like in Poland. If you have an ELO, I'm automatically not dating you, so tough luck, buddy. Only dating people who have no idea what the fuck chess is. Alright, okay. I'm scared, guys. Just a little bit. 3, 2, let's go, Nemo! 1. Oh my god! That was awesome! Yeah, that was so scary. You did it! Okay, thank you. It was calm for like a brief second. Right? It was really brief second.
And you got the dragon strap.
Okay, thank you so much. What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls?
Jingle balls, obviously.
A white Christmas.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Are you implying that Santa's balls are white?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What if he tans nude at the beach? How do you know? Maybe he's black from the waist down. How do you know what color Santa's balls are?
Oh my god. Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go play our London only
Why
match.
you should never tell me a dirty joke. I don't like, you know, it's 2023. We shouldn't imply what color Santa's balls are.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were, yeah.
Is that not the joke? I'm
might get that
21
one.
years old. I want to get the joke. Can you tell me the joke, please?
What's a chess player's favorite TV show?
What?
Pawn Stars. I didn't write these, okay?
Oh god. Oh god.
How do you make a chessboard laugh? Check.
How?
Tell it a nightmare joke. Why did the chess player go to jail? It's really bad. It's really, really bad, okay?
Yeah, that's why I gave up on guessing it.
Because they can't control their pawn addiction.
It does not even make sense. How did the chess player propose
To their partner.
on a castle?
No. They got down on one knee and said, "Will you be my mate?"
Uh-huh. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, you think chess players are getting girlfriends?
Okay. We can skip that one.
Yeah.
What I have in my hands here
Yep.
are just some little baby noodles.
Oh, they're so cute.
So these
Don't scare the snake.
are month-old reticulated pythons. Let's go ahead and bring them.
Yeah,
closer.
I can hold it.
No, you just support their body.
Support their bodies.
Yes.
You can show them to stream.
Hello.
We love snakies.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feels like it's choking me.
Oh, she's not holding it.
Okay, this is. She's not
That's just her
trying
body
to.
weight on
That's just. She's just this heavy. Okay, great.
My baby
I feel like I'm getting choked.
Oh my god, Nemo, you are actually fearless.
Alright, now I can go on to this side.
Can I tap out?
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
Nemo,
I got it.
holy moly. Oh my god.
So lean forward.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Happy 420. Do you know what 420 is?
420?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what 420 stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh my god, chat. He doesn't know what 420 stands for.
Wait, what does 420 stand for?
Yeah, it stands for April 20th. Of course. That's what it stands for. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You have to update me.
Do you know what 69 stands for?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. 420 is when you
Oh, is
smoke
that-
weed. Yeah, and it's like 420.
Oh, I think I've actually heard about that. before.
Okay.
I didn't know it was 420.
Alright, you go.
I'm thinking if I move my queen here,
Oh, wait. Where?
like I'll move it to e10.
E10. Where's E10? Wait.
Nothing.
Wait, where is E10? I'm so confused.
Nothing. No, it's not on the board actually.
Wait, was that a nuts joke or something that I missed?
No. That'd be weird and out of pocket. Anyway.
Look at the
Alright, hello everyone. Hope you guys are all able to hear me. I hope this is not on delay. Okay, good. Because I actually forgot to turn off delay yesterday. So when I first went live today, I realized I was on delay. So anyways, I hope you guys are all having an awesome start of your weekend. Hello. I'm glad this is not on delay. But I am doing well. It has been a very warm day over here. But we're hopefully, I don't think we're on delay now, so that should be good. But if you guys are having a good Friday, yay! Have a safe flight, bro. Have a safe flight. I will be going to LA next week, which I'm really excited about. We got a couple of nice shoots there and stuff like that. And then we'll also be doing a couple of live streams with my friends. We're actually planning on doing a gym stream. I have admitted, or actually, I've been to the gym like maybe twice in the last month. So I've definitely kind of taken a chill route when it comes to that. I feel like during the summer, I just want to be outside, so I go on these walks and stuff like that. But anyways, we're going to go to the gym with my friend, and then we're going to be also streaming some poker. Keeping my fingers crossed that the setup will work from there. But yeah, we'll have some IRL streams and all that good stuff from LA, which should be really, really good. So yeah, today we are going to be doing Flex Friday. If you guys are new, which I'm sure at this point, there's nobody here who doesn't know what Flex Friday is. But we are going to be looking over your games, and the best game will win the best game wins $50, and the worst game wins $25. To see me flex my arms, you're gonna have to wait for the LA gym stream. I'm not gonna flex my arms until we make our way over to LA. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And then if anybody else has any ideas for next week's, or like in 2 weeks from now, for Flex Friday 2 weeks from now, yeah, you're welcome to voice your opinion. But this week's theme, we have themes for all of these because it is necessary. It is fun. It makes people try new stuff. This week's theme is no costling, which means that you need to have not costled in your game for it to be eligible English, eligible for the $50 prize. Why is this not? What the hell is happening? Okay, I'm just booting up a new chess.com. I've been struggling off screen, like not on the, as you guys can see, I don't have chess.com pulled up on here, but I've been struggling for the last 2 minutes to get this chess.com window to size properly. That was really strange. I was like, am I just like clicking everything incorrectly? I don't understand what happened. So, your game does have to have a good, well, it doesn't have to have good moves in it, but if you're trying to win $50, it is very likely that your game needs to have good moves in it. So that is the plan for today. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. Is it better if I look this way? It's better if I look this way. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. If your game is an absolute banger, I am very excited to see it. I can't wait. Okay, so, yeah, Flex Friday, yay! I've forgotten how many iterations of this we've done, but we've done a lot of iterations of this, so I hope you guys submit your games. I'm looking forward to having good games. There's no minimum number of moves. You need to not have castle. That is the only requirement for this week. So, hello, Mickey! Hello. Hope you guys are doing well this lovely Friday. I actually had somebody, my life has been a bunch of calls, but anyways, I had a call earlier today and they were like, oh, it's the weekend, like, what are you planning on doing? I'm like, actually,
for me, this is kind of when I have my biggest streams are on the weekend, which is, I have literally the exact opposite schedule of somebody who works a 9 to 5. I start meetings sometime around 11 a.m. and then I have streams sometime around like 5 p.m. So like my whole day is just meetings when people are at their 9 to 5, because a lot of people who are kind of working alongside content creators are on a 9 to 5, and then after the 5 I'm able to stream, which is also when a lot of people are able to show up on stream, because yeah, I know, Mickey, you work a long day, but yeah, it's like, anyways, my whole schedule's like shifted. It's like the inverse of everybody else, but anyways, it's it works out for stream really well, so I'm really excited about these shoots in LA. I work infrequently. Nice. Nice. Ow. Okay, so our very first game is... I just have really good breath control. Or at least better than average, because I used to play with foot. But, okay, our very first game is this game by Connor McChicken. If you guys want to submit games, the only place to submit is via Discord, which is linked wonderfully, and I'm just going to be going through games that people submit as long as you have followed our theme. If you have not followed our theme, then your game will not be eligible. I will only be picking the top 5, and then after that, you guys are going to vote on which game deserves 50 buckaroos for the week. So, and 25, don't forget, there's also a worst game prize, and the worst game prize is just literally like submit your worst game. Yeah. Thanks. I feel like I've been in a slump when it comes to fashion and fashion content creation. I've been so busy, I have not had time to even like look up what trends are currently trending. And I'm also just, yeah, anyways. I've just been throwing on a t-shirt. But it's okay, I have a lot of really cool t-shirts. Like the back of this t-shirt is sick. It's a Hunter x Hunter shirt. So, anyways, at least I have cool t-shirts. And it's good to have range. It's good to like have a little variety. Sometimes streetwear is a good vibe too. But yeah, it's got like a butterfly over here. It's like got this whole spider web, which is like a reference to the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter. So yeah, cool stuff. You like comfy clothes? Yeah, I mean, I like comfy clothing, but I definitely like right now, the cup actually is keeping my drink cold, which is nice. Casual look is definitely fine. It's not like my typical... What? There was a Manier de Voir sale yesterday? Wait, I didn't know you like Manier de Voir. What the hell? Sorry. Oh my gosh, there's a summer sale! It ends in 10 days? Okay, I have time to shop. I'm so excited. This is the best news I've heard all day. Oh my gosh, okay. I like regularly check their, sorry, this is the most random fashion thing, but there's this UK site that has a French name and their logo is like a little Eiffel Tower, but they have really good like high-end streetwear clothing, and sometimes it's like a little, it's a lot of, well, for girls, I really like their faux leather, which is like not real leather, it's like a vegan leather type of clothing. And it gets so sweaty when I used to wear it in LA, and I was like, damn. But yeah, my budget embargo is done. I have been shopping. I've been buying a lot of vintage, actually. I have discovered the wonderful world of online vintage shopping. So I have a new collection of heels. Yeah, there's been vegan leather for a couple of years now. Yeah, it's not as breathable as regular leather, for sure. Like, it's definitely less comfortable, but it is vegan, so, you know, props to the cows. I don't know. I cannot tell you what vegan leather is made out of. You're asking the wrong person. But I would imagine it's probably like some type of plastic, which I also don't think is going to be that great for the environment, but no, you can't really wear it in hot weather, but you can't really wear leather in hot weather. But I don't exactly know. I'm not exactly sure. On the sustainable clothing front, I would say cotton, but obviously farmed ethically is a very major concern. Cotton is still like, cotton takes up a lot of water though, so I don't even really know what is that ethical in terms of clothing production anymore. I guess like, as far as sustainability goes in fashion, it's getting pretty complicated. Yeah. But yeah, cotton farming is not actually the best for the environment either. Leaves. Honestly, we should just all revert to being butt naked. That will be the most environmentally friendly option of all. I love leather. Like, I love leather. I have one leather jacket that is so cool, but for the most part, I wear fake leather because real leather is too expensive, and also I feel bad. But yeah. Yeah, the durability is the most sustainable thing. For sure. The more you have like statement pieces and you keep wearing those pieces. So, yeah. Okay, sorry. All of this to say, we are doing Flex Friday. So, with 50 buckaroos, you can either put it towards rent, a nice, yummy meal for yourself, or, you know, getting yourself something cool. Apparently, Connor has both paid a bit of his rent and bought himself a watch using Flex Friday money, so I'm just saying 50 bucks can go a long ways if you keep winning. That's true, Luke. It is true, yeah. So. This is true, Timash. This is true. This is why I'm saying, like, it's hard. It's complicated, because there's a lot of things out there that are less sustainable than we think. But I'm a very big advocate for using every single part of an animal, especially if we're already going to kill it. We should be using every part of an animal. So this week's theme is not castling. Let's see if Connor McChicken does that. This is going to be an... Okay, opponent starts off. Oh, damn, Connor, nice. So, one Flex Friday win pays for 2 months of your rent. Hell yeah. Okay, so bishop takes f7 with the check and the double exclamation mark coming in from the opponent. So this is indeed how Connor manages to not castle. If your king is forced to move, you cannot castle. So bro is in a slight pickle. It's not that much of a pickle. He does have a piece for this sacrifice, but regardless, his king is very out in the open. So let's see how he deals with it. His king goes on the run, goes on to c6. Oh! Whenever you see a half open file in front of your opponent's king, you just know, like, alarm bells should be going off, and you should be like, okay, what are our chances to create this open file and potentially checkmate our opponent's king? And Connor McChicken hits his opponent with the rook takes h2 with the double exclamation mark, breaking open this king structure, plays queen to h8, sacrifices the queen on h4. If your opponent's play is super flex, I guess you could submit it on behalf of your opponent, but that's not really how this is intended to work. It's supposed to be your flex, not your opponent's flex. So yeah, really good move by Connor with the queen takes h4, brings the king out one more. As you can notice here, the king escape square on g4 is actually blocked, so the only thing that black needs to do is block off the g3 escape square for this king to deliver checkmate. So he plays bishop to f2 with the check, which means that if pawn goes to g3, now you got checkmate on h8. Well, you can sack the queen and then it's checkmate, but no matter what white does, this g square and this g3 square and this g4 square are both cut off from the opponent's king. So a nice double sack from Connor McChicken, definitely getting pinned on the wall, very unlikely to be removed from the wall of fame. So this is the wall of Flex Friday. So we pin 5 games, and then after we go through all the submissions, the best 5 games are put up for a vote, and then chat gets to vote on which game is actually the best. So that was nice. That was a really good game. Good stuff. Okay, so next up, we got this game by Skrilosaurus Rex. Played as white. Felt like a good one. I guess you'll let me know. Okay, sounds good. Alright. Skrilosaurus Rex has found their new pet opening, which is the crab. With the H4, A5. Sorry, H4, A4. Gosh, English. Push. Push. Yoink. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, wow. Did your king not move once? Oh my gosh, your king didn't even move once. Okay, this is 100% getting pinned. I mean, I really like it. The opening is obviously sus, but you used it in your favor to break open on the king side, get this open file, and then really take advantage of this open file, and then bully the opponent's king into the middle of the board, and like you just found checkmate with rook to g1. This is awesome stuff. Okay, this is really cool. And the king never moved once. That's the sickest flex of them all. Back in the day, I believe kings actually used to be on the battlefield, but oh well. Gone are those days, I suppose. I mean, whatever happened to just putting your monarchy up for hand-to-hand combat or something? Guns, pistols. We should bring back pistols to settle duels. I'm personally a big fan of that one. Okay. Fail. Played as white. So fails do not need to be... No, you played this as black, but okay. Anyways. One day, before everyone watched your stream, back when I still had fun in chess, I had an epiphany while taking a shower about a move against London. It performed and still performs well, except despite the success in the opening, this is still a fail, because I did not know how to convert despite it being easy, even considering my rating back then. Okay, so this is a game from 1000 rated Gary Kasparov. Oh, we could also bring back fencing. I'd be down to bring back fencing, yeah. Okay. Yoink. I mean, it's not even that bad. It's just kind of... It's actually pretty structured for a game. I mean, I don't know about A5. But this is good. You're weakening your opponent's kingside structure. You've gotten, center structure. You've gotten an extra pawn now in this endgame, and this rook endgame, and you've got pass pawns. I mean, this is looking pretty winnable. It is a fail, though, so I am, you know, even now, it's still a draw, because you can just push your pawns up. Although, you want to push the pawn that is already furthest advanced up, usually. Oh my gosh, we should have definitely pushed this pawn. I mean, it's just trying to, you're just trying to promote, right? I love that chat has such varied jobs. Being a metal worker is cool. Oh my gosh, bro. No. Okay, I mean, it's a fail. It is definitely a fail. It's not like the worst fail, but it is nonetheless a fail. Understandable. Yeah, more like, yeah, it's more in need of an endgame course, but that's okay. You were a lot lower rated back then. Okay, next up, we got Bozo Chess, played as white. Okay, I mean, we don't have rooks, so you can't castle if you don't have rooks. That's very valid. Okay. Alright, I mean, it's a good game. It's a good game. I wouldn't say it's that much of a flex. It felt very slow. It felt very drawn out, but it was a well-played endgame. It was a well-executed. Alright, next up, we got Lion. Played as black. Nice checkmate. Alright, king is kept in the middle of the board. Oh, moves to the side. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh? Whoa! What the heck? Wow, this king went on a walk. I love that. Sacrificing the rook for a center checkmate? This is crazy. I can't draw arrows, apparently. Aggressive king. Kind of paid off. I mean, fully out of the way of delivering checkmate on the center. I like it. It's a pretty checkmate. Good stuff. Okay, next up, we got Bromp Impossible. Broski. Played as white. Failed to flex. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Not costling. Not costling. Good stuff. Okay, manually castled. I like this as well. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good game. I don't know if it's, like, exceptional, but I think it's clean. I think it's good. Okay, next up, we got Ripod, who is 108. Oh my. Okay. Flex, played as black. One of the quickest mates I've ever had. Alright. Neither side is costly. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is basically just the Fool's Mate, but with additional steps. Like, they could have just saved themselves both a bunch of time and done this, and it would have had the same result. I mean, that's basically the same position. But somehow the entire king side of white just disappeared. I mean, alright. It's kind of cute. I like it. I'm gonna pin it. Nice game. Played by a 108. Okay, next up, we got Diddovich. I just improved my chess. This is a fail because I failed to play one more move to checkmate. Okay, cool. The Fooler mate. It's true. I like that. It's really good. Wow. I mean, impressive rating. Really. Really impressive rating. Okay. Why checkmate in 2 when you can do it in 8? Exactly. Is this going to be... Oh, I was going to say, this is not a flex, right? Because this is very slow for a flex. But it is not a flex. It is a fail. I mean, this is a very well-played endgame so far. You know, probably winning over here, getting this pawn. I mean, definitely winning now with these 3 passed pawns. Okay, I don't know what could possibly go wrong, but with 3 seconds on the clock, certainly anything is possible. But surely you can just get checkmate. Oh my god, you flagged a move before checkmate? Oh. That is very sad. Okay, that is definitely a fail. That's definitely a fail. No, black was sadly not trolling in this game. Black just genuinely failed to checkmate with 1 move left. But you also had so many like easier ways to checkmate. You just like dirtled a little bit. I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody play a Bomb Cloud yet for a no costling challenge. Okay, next up we've got Tyson, played as black. I was winning against 800 plus rated player than me, but it's a fail. Yeah, I understand. With low time. Okay. I mean, we're definitely not costling. Somehow we're up a piece now. White's attack has fizzled out. Going to swap the queen off is a good idea. Wow, the opponent literally had one plan, and that was to checkmate you, and you just let him do it. Classic. Classic. Okay. Definitely pinning. As a fail. Wow, we have a lot of fails. I'm surprised. Usually we have a lack of fails. This week, people seem to be really submitting their fails. Yep. Classic sign of overcalculation. Just remember, the only thing that matters in chess is not getting checkmated and not losing pieces. Everything else, you can kind of put to the side for a bit until you have those two concepts dialed in. Okay, next up, we got Drexy. I don't always choke, but when I do, I prefer drinking Dos Equi and smoking Shiba. I don't know what Shiba is. JK, I don't drink. I have made it one, but you do smoke. But who wants to find that with 50 seconds left? Not me, apparently. This is from a brand called Shihiko. I actually was modeling for their website a few days ago, so you'll probably see it. Spelled S-H-I Shih. S-H-I-H-I-K-O. Wow, that took me a while. Okay, Drexy. The modeling career is going really well. I mean, it could be going better, but so could everything else. For how little time I have, I think it's going pretty well. It's with another H-I before the KO. But yeah, I did like a little streetwear shoot the other day. I've got my streetwear collab coming out later this year. And then, thank you, Galadriel. And then, yes. And then we have a really big shoot in LA coming up next week, which is why I'm going to be 2 shoots actually in LA coming up in LA next week. So it's been really going well. But yeah, no New York Fashion Week for me this year, sadly. But I do get to go to Japan, so the goal is to maybe be in New York Fashion Week next year. Modeling is not a good source of income. Well, it is. It's actually okay. That's kind of a joke. So, like, commercial modeling is a good source of income. But I really love high fashion modeling, or editorial modeling as it's called, and that one like does not pay. Like, you can get the front cover of Vogue and it doesn't pay. You just get publicity. So the way that it works is basically like you use editorial shoots to boost your like profile, and then you do commercial shoots to actually get paid. So yeah. Yeah, like all those shoots that you see with Beyonce on the front cover of Vogue and stuff like that, she's probably not getting paid a cent, and it's just all for publicity. So I think it's really interesting. I obviously... Yeah, you also just can't get the cover of Vogue now because you gotta be an actor or a singer or like Addison Rae. Anyways, I'm a little bit annoyed about some of the Vogue covers, but... Yeah, let's talk about what happened here. Like, I'm literally just... The opponent's king is on F1. How did we lose this game? How did our opponent's king get to F1 and we are the ones that got checkmated on G2? Like, I just want to point out, this bottom rank over here is actually 1 and not 8. So I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. This is definitely a fail. Very impressive. I mean, you had maiden 2. It's not quite maiden 1. Let's give ourselves a little bit of slack here. Maiden 2 is twice as hard to find as maiden 1. Right, guys? And maiden 5 is 5 times harder to find than maiden 1. That's how this works. Alright, good job on the fail, though. Alright, the math is mathing. Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have such a funny story. Sorry, you guys are just reminding me about something. For whatever reason, New in Chess, which is like a chess magazine. Yeah, we're going on a little tangent. I don't have my other account on here, so I'm gonna have to show it on my phone. But they put like a full page picture of me in their magazine. Oh, do I not have data? Darn. Oh, okay. I want to show it on that phone because it's obviously a lot better. Bigger. I'll have to connect to the Wi-Fi at some point. But okay, I can't find it now. I asked New in Chess. Here, let me pull it up. Somebody said it in Discord at some point. Like, somebody had linked a picture of me in the New in Chess magazine, and it's like a full page picture of me, right? And I literally like messaged New in Chess, and I'm like, hey, can I get sent a copy of this magazine? It'd be really cool to have. And I got left on red for about a month. And then they sent me, their only response was a link to subscribe to their magazine. And I was like, damn, a girl literally can't even get like her own magazine page sent to her without also I can't even get that exact magazine through a subscription again because it was like months ago. And I was just like, I didn't even respond, but I was just like, what the hell? No, they didn't pay me or anything. It was just like a little like blurb thing that I did. It's not a big deal. I'm not expecting to get paid for it or anything. But I just thought it was really funny. I just thought that was like really, really funny. I really want to find this now. But it's from so far back. Maybe Boyshack will be able to find it, and then it's like just all the way up on Discord. Like if we go through this eventually, I'm sure it will turn up. But yeah, I was just like, are you guys serious right now? I was like, bro, I just want this magazine page. Anyways, yes. So yeah, that's the story of my first magazine page, I guess. Maybe one day I'll make it into Elle or like Vogue or Harper's Bazaar or something. You do? You have a copy of it, Joey? Damn. If you don't mind sending a picture of my page on Discord or like just somehow, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. No, I don't even, no, you don't need to send the magazine to me. Really, it's okay. It's really okay. I have a I have like a page. Someone sent me a picture of the page, so it's okay. But I just thought it was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh. There was also an individual that was like full page. It's buried somewhere in Discord. But yeah. But here, I can show you. This was also really funny. This was the magazine cover. And it says like Gukesh became like Gukesh won candidates. This was back in maybe like 2024 or something, because they always like take a little while to release these. 2023. And then at the bottom is just like a little blur for me that I'm like, that's what makes poker fun. I'm like, poker is fun. I also thought that was really funny. But there's anyways, if you go through the magazine, like there's one page where it's just like, here, I'll like give you an example. There's just like a full page where this is all me. Like this entire page is just a picture of me. And I was like, all right, can I get this magazine, please? And they were like, left on red. And they were like, you can subscribe. I'm like, anyways, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Sorry. Back to the chess. Sledgehammer. I played as white. After my pawn sacrifice this game became a chaotic massacre in the middle game, my opponent tried some counterplay and set a trap that I had to care about. I like the way you phrased it. Oh, New in Chess? Yeah, I think New in Chess is based in Austria or something, but they ship globally. And they're an English magazine. It might be the Netherlands. I think they're based in the Netherlands, but I could be wrong. Anyways, funny stuff. Alright. Yoink? Yoink? I mean, I like the way that you managed to knock castle. Do I think that this is a flex? Do I think this is a flex? I mean, it's against somebody who is 500 points higher rated. The pin is cute. I don't know if I love it. Like, all of this is really good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But I just don't think it's a flex enough. Sorry. Okay. Next up, Sleazy. I played as white. I went for the king mating in the Arabian Nights pattern. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, it was a good transition, but not a flex. I agree. Like, we weaved our way into the win, but it wasn't quite like a punch you in the face type win. Yes. Yes. Okay, I went for the king mating in the Arabian Nights pattern, despite my Karo Khan opponent stubbornly insisting exchanging queens in the E6 hillbilly variation, which I nicknamed the Silly Billy. Cute. Why is your name Tiles Are Moving? Yoink. Oh, fair enough. Sorry, I just want to have this on. I think the game is interesting so far. Let's see if it's a flex. That's always the question at the end of the day, if the game is a flex or not. I mean, we somehow made a mistake, but then didn't get punished for it, and now we have this, like, pass pawn that is so far pushed up that we can just push it. I like this checkmate at the end. I don't think it's a flex, but I want to say, I think it's a really good game. I do think it's a really good game. Just letting you know. Okay, yeah. We have a lot of contenders for best flex, you know. It's tough to win best flex. The context mattered. Yeah, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter enough. It's still we still care about the quality of the game. But like I said, it's a good game. Alright, next up, we have Stanford Rob. Played as white. I'm an 800 versus an 1800. Honestly, even though I thought it was lost, he thought so too. Then I dropped the 800 special. Beta pawn. He bites. Boom! Queen's gone! Hello, Red Bird Flag. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. Oh my gosh, Sabyan! How is that a software engineering job or whatever you left our Discord to go do? Wait, is this the... what? This is the whole game? I mean, okay, you won the queen, but like, this is the whole game. That's crazy. Yeah, I can see he gave up. I'm impressed he gave up. Hello, Levesque. Thanks so much for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome to the pool party. Welcome back to the pool party. Thank you. Good, but not a flex. Nice. Alright, next up, Blownup Sleep. I played black. Was a fun variation of the Sicilian. Ended a bit premature, but a nice win. Okay. Okay. Nice. Good to hear, Subyon. Hell yeah. Alright. Games that are going to be pinned as flexes typically will require a little bit more substance. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, it was a really short game. Both of those were similar. Both players had their opponents blunder queens, so... Yeah, played as white like it was 1850. Oh, like the year 1850? I read that for a moment and I was like, okay. Pure attack, zero chill, and single-digit accuracy. Wild ride, but ended it with a brilliant move. Romantic chess lives on. I wish we had, like, cases and stuff for chess pieces, man. I tried making that happen at some point. But alas, Bounty Chess is no longer here with us. Okay, I guess that means that I can finally show you guys the designs I had for Bounty Chess pieces. Oh my gosh. This has been so long ago now that I don't even know if people here remember Bounty Chess. But I wasn't able to show these designs for the longest time because we were going to produce them. And then because it never happened, I guess now we're actually able to, maybe? Wait, now I want to show you guys this. I really want to show you guys all the Bounty Chess stuff. Oh. Oh my gosh. Wait, 1 second. No. Are the designs not here? I want to show this. I want to show this so bad. Oh, there's my chessboard being designed. Okay. Okay. This is so long ago now. Wow, this is so long ago, but I really want to show it. Alright, I probably won't be able to find it. But it looked sick. It looked really sick. Unlucky. When we first launched, one of my game designs, I designed a chess game, basically. It came with a really cool set of chess pieces. But I can't find it anymore. Unlucky. And I've just forgotten about it until now, basically. I must have swapped computers or something. No, it's like an actual pitch deck of all the pieces and stuff. I should be saving all this stuff. Oh, I'm such a pity. Such a pity. Man. Alright, it's fine. It was, really cool pieces, though. We had these pieces that were sea inspired, basically. They looked sick. I have to find it somehow. Because when I designed the game itself, we had these pieces designed with it. But unfortunate. Unfortunate. Maybe I just never got sent the pitch deck for it. Okay. Alright, well. I give up. Unlucky. We'll just have to design cool chess pieces that we can open as cases on chess.com at some point. Okay, sorry, back to Glass of Chai's game. Romantic chess allegedly lives on. Allegedly. Let's find out. Keep your secrets then. Not even trying to keep it a secret. Oh, we lost a queen. Did I? What? Oh my gosh. Do you see this? Oh, thank you guys. I never got to show chat this. But these are pieces that I had designed. Or in collaboration with, obviously. I didn't put my, like, literal hand to paper and draw these by myself. But, yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's so sick. Here, let me pull this up. Oh, well, now it's scuffed. And then this was the other potential set. It's like these crystalline queens. Oh my gosh. Thank you for pulling this up. But these were pieces that, like, we had drafted. You know, there's so many projects that never, ever, ever made it into, fruition. Like, so many. So many. It's so sad. Yeah. I'm honestly so sad about it. But yeah, here it is. I think this one was gonna be my favorite. Well, these were going to be digital first, and then we were going to see if we were able to get it produced, obviously, but these were first just going to be, like, just on, like, Immortal Game, but it never happened, so. Anyways. I agree. I think limited edition chat, like, this one is inspired by KDA, like the K-pop, fake K-pop group from League of Legends, essentially. And then the other one is inspired, obviously, by, like, ocean stuff, like, you know, seahorses, lionfish, like clams, all that stuff. Yeah. But this is something... There's so many things, so many art things that I've worked on in the past that just never, ever, ever came to light. Oh, it's fine. It's fine! You guys only see, like, 95%... Maybe... Okay, you guys don't... You only see, like, 5% of everything that I work on. There's, like, 95% of stuff, like photos, photo shoots, pictures, projects, that you actually do see, which is crazy. But yeah. I think I did. I think I've sent certain people in the community, definitely, like, asking for their opinion, because this is something that people in the community were gonna use, potentially. Not, obviously, like, I'm not gonna release a set of pieces if nobody wants to use them. Oh gosh, don't mention the Millennium Falcon, it's true. But it's okay. Maybe Fina will make me a custom poker deck. Alright, anyway, sorry, back to this wild romantic game of chess that is obviously not wild and romantic enough for me to be paying enough attention to get through the game, but, you know, I do really like bishop takes b6. I do really like bishop takes b6. This is good. The king does, in fact, end up on a5, and you find this really pretty checkmate idea with rook to a8. Yeah. 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 I have a half-built Millennium Falcon. Like, the 7,500 piece one, it's half built. And I don't know if we're ever gonna get it done. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay, next up, we got Batux. Yeah, well, I'm not allowing myself to buy the Death Star until I finish the Millennium Falcon, so... That game got pinned. Okay. This is a flex, I assume? Wait, you castled. No castling allowed. It just came kind of, like, daunting to fix it. Because a couple parts of it broke off, partly because of me and partly because of Catsko. So, Yeah. Anyways. But if you are looking for new games to play, despite not having finished the previous one or beaten it, you are welcome to check out G2A for all of your gaming needs, because they have discounts all the time. So, you know, are you really wasting anything if you're at least having fun? Why is Flex no castling? I don't know. Why are we alive? What is our meaning on this planet? Why do we exist as humans with conscious thoughts? I don't know. No, G2A does not. I don't think they sell Counter-Strike skins, but they do have a lot of other games that are available. Yeah. Let's ask the mice. I mean, I know the answer to the universe is 42, but really, aside from that... But G2A does have a lot of games on discount, like, actually, though. And they also have software keys and all that stuff, so, yeah. Okay, Boy Shack's fail. A rare, beautiful way to throw. We love a Boy Shack fail. Because you just know that Boy Shack was trying their hardest to not fail. Debatable, but probably trying their hardest to not fail. Okay? I mean, oh my gosh. Whew! Wow! We were doing so well with this extra piece, and then somehow we volunteered to open up our own kingside. And on top of that, we rewarded our opponent with this by giving them 2 brilliant moves. 2 brilliant moves into a checkmate. Who knows this Uzi? I wasn't even mad. It's a beautiful mate by the opponent. If the opponent hadn't castle, they should be submitting this for a flex. I guess because the opponent should be submitting this for a flex means that this should be a fail for Boy Shack. Alright, next up, we got Double K Mark. I hope you did not castle. Alright. I see you did not castle. That is good. I mean, we're going for the attack. Okay, we won that piece. We won another piece. We promoted into a queen. Alright, it was chill. It was definitely a game. Alright, next up. Oh. Probably just have too many chess.com tabs open again. I love the Ooga Boonga H pawn attacks. H aims. I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's quite flex material. Okay. Zobacz te partii. Oh wait, this is Polish. I don't know why I thought it was French. Zobacz. Is it Zobacz? Is this Polish? This is Polish, right? Wait, this is not even Polish. Oh no, it is Polish. Okay, I lost a queen but never gave up. I won, which is what life is about. Please, Nemo, take review. I pronounce the partie like it's French, but it's not French. Are there any French-Polish people out there? Out of curiosity. Oh my god, we found it! My editor just sent me this. This is the magazine page that I was telling you guys about. That was in New in Chess. Schnazzy. Yeah. Polish French. Thank you very much for finding this. Boy Shack. It's really cool. I really like it. I wish they would send this to me. Instead of just sending me a literal link to subscribe to their magazine. I guess you could say she's a model chess player. I like this pun a lot. That's a great pun. No, they did. Well, no, I took this photo myself. I must have sent in like a folder of pictures or something that were like, yeah, feel free to use any of these. I didn't realize they would print it as like a full page and then not send me the actual magazine. And they didn't even give me a copy. And when I asked them to give me a copy, they left me on red and then sent me a link to subscribe to their magazine like a month later. This was back from May. Anyways, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yes! Yes, correct. The best copy of this is somebody else sent in a picture of it. So I uploaded their picture of the picture they took. No, they did not. You wrote a book chapter and took you some time to get it yourself. Yeah, it happens. That's what I would think, Adam. That's what I would have thought. But I'm gonna go email them. So, yeah, it's called New in Chess. It's like actually a legitimate magazine, but it's very much not a fashion magazine. It's very much a chess magazine. But I have the original picture. Like, don't get me wrong. I have the original picture. It's been posted everywhere. I've posted the picture like 6 different times because it's like my best picture. I like still have it on my modeling portfolio every now and then. So they know I'm not new in chess. But the funny thing about New in Chess is that, you know, I have a lot of old New in Chess magazines at home, actually. When I was a kid, that used to be, like, the premier way to get your chess news. But, yeah. So when you make a modeling portfolio, usually you're including, like, 10, 15, maximum, like, 20-ish of your, like, best pictures. So these can be, like, editorial pictures, depending on who you're applying to. You might take out some of the pictures. So for example, if I'm applying to a streetwear brand, they probably don't care that much how much modeling I've done in dresses. Does that make sense? So that is one of the pictures. You're only really supposed to have pictures taken within like the last year, because obviously people change a lot in like over the course of 2 years or something. But yeah. Are people actually making an effort to get news about chess? Allegedly, yes. Allegedly. Thank you, Coco. So, sometimes these can be like work that you have done with other brands. Sometimes this can just be test shoots that you do with like a photographer. So, anyways, yeah. Nice, Azazi. Hell yeah. I mean, if you're applying, what's that, that movie that got like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes with Ice Cube? If you're applying to be in that movie, that might be exactly the type of content you send in. But like the point is that there's a lot of different types of modeling, and there's a lot of different types of casting calls, and there's a lot of different types of like applications. Like you kind of try to shift it a little bit. I very specifically, I'm not trying to like, I'm not applying for any acting. I'm not applying to be like in a music video or anything like that. I'm just applying for like basically pure photography modeling. And very occasional, like, editorial, like, just editorial shoots, basically, which could have video, but it's not necessarily directly, like, you have to act in it, so, yeah. Thanks, James! Yeah, I can just flip my hair over, so, yes. War of the Worlds remake, yeah, that was the bad one, apparently. Hair flip the movie. Exactly. But yeah, modeling is really interesting. It's been really cool diving into that world. It's not something that like I thought that much of before this year, and then this year I've been like obviously do a lot of research, and so If someone approached me to play the role of Ju and Jun in a biography, I mean, it just depends. Like, just super depends. Yeah, a lot of people have told me to apply for a Netflix movie, but I can't act. Like, people say you should go apply for this and for that, but I have never taken an acting class in my life. Like, I don't know. Can I act? Do I want to find out on set? I don't really want to find out on set if I'm able to act. Yeah, you can't just apply to movies. You gotta go to all the casting calls and stuff. So, like, people will recommend you, and they'll be like, okay, there's a casting call on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Please be there. And you might have, like, a 3-hour wait or something. And then, like, you'll hear back 3 months later about whether or not you got the role. And sometimes you never hear about, like, I don't have time a lot of the time. Like, I can be an extra or make a cameo or something, but I'm not trying to currently get into acting, though. We don't even really have oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would do a background character in Star Wars. That's my life goal. I would love to have a cameo in Star Wars. Exactly, in culture. But my point with modeling is that it's like, I'll get a message or something, be like, hey, do you want to, like, pitch yourself for this? I'm like, yes, please, thank you. So, nice, James. Hell yeah. I love hearing that. But I have a lot of side careers right now. I don't think modeling and acting are that similar. Like, yes, they can be similar. So, yeah, I mean, you know who should audition for Irelia? The girl that the League artist literally stole the face of to make Irelia. She should audition for that role. But sure, I can audition for that role too. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's getting really famous enough is one way to do it. It's really close. Should I get famous enough, or should I actually learn the skills? Both of them take equal amounts of time, which is a lot of time. So, it would be double plagiarist. But like I've mentioned, my passion is a lot more specifically with modeling. I can't be worse. Watch me. She got plagiarized before there was even AI, which is so crazy. Okay, sorry. I know we're on a tangent right now, but there's this girl. Who is... It's really funny. Okay, so she's stunning, obviously. She looks pretty unique, whatever you want to call it. Like, she has a very... like, she looks different. Like, she's stunning, but she does look a little different. So, her name is Aya Shalkar. And she looks great. She's done, like, L and all this stuff, and she does, like... She's now also an artist, which is really cool. I've always been a big fan of her. Coincidentally, Irelia from League of Legends. So League of Legends did a revamp for the champion Irelia back in 2000... I think 2000, actually. Sorry, 2020. It's like 2020-ish. And whoever designed the champion, especially in the cinematic, yeah, she is Central Asian, so like Kazakhstani or something. So old Irelia doesn't look anything like her. But look at this one. They like straight up copied a living human being's face, which is really, really, really funny to me Because you gotta understand, this is pre-AI. Like, this is 2019. Okay, this is pre-AI. And they were like, you know what we could do? How about we just copy this girl's face? And I'm like, it's really, 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 really funny. Like, she did not get paid. She did not collaborate with them. I understand the concept of inspiration. I do, however, feel the need to defend my identity in certain cases, especially when it happened without my consent. She is also blue-eyed. So... like, that is IP theft, basically, no? Like, they literally yoinked her likeliness. They, like... I mean, you can watch it. They sort of, what's it called, gentrified her a little bit in the cinematic, obviously. They made the face, like, every Lee character kind of looks similar at this point. Is it possible for this to be a pure coincidence? I don't think so, no. It is arguable that this is a little bit generic. Like, you could argue... But you could argue that. You could argue. But I see a lot of likeliness. I don't think it's generic enough to be a coincidence. There's not that many, like, her face is a little bit more wide set in a very nice way. I know, unfortunately, Anya gets a lot of memes about her eyes being sort of, like, wide set, but her face is, like, a little wider, for sure. And the eye shape, I think, is very, 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 like, identifiably her. Like, think about how many people you've seen in your life, right? Like, have you seen another person that looks like this? I would say Aya has a pretty unique face as far as Central Asians go. Like, I just think, yeah, it's definitely inspired by her features. But anyways, it's really funny. I just thought this was hilarious. I think taking dances is very different from taking faces, though. That's like a different conversation altogether. I don't know if anything came out of it. I don't know if she sued them. I have no idea what happened, but she is who I would pitch if for the upcoming, if there's ever a live action Riot Games movie, she is who I would pitch for Irelia. But I would personally have loved to play Irelia. I look a lot more like old Irelia than I do new Irelia. Pre-revamp. This is old Irelia. Like, this is from 10 years ago, basically. They obviously, like, upgraded her skin a lot. I should play Jace for the lulz. Yeah. I don't think she was paid at all. Which is the wilder part. I've never cosplayed old Irelia. Taking her face, I think, is very different from taking a dance. I agree. Irelia before she got work done. Exactly. I don't really look anything like the new Irelia. Like I've said, I think this looks... Okay, but in this face, it looks nothing like Aya Shalkar. I will admit that. Like, now they have just made her an insta-baddie. Like, this face is basically the same as Kaisa's face, for example. Like, if you told me that these were the same champion, sometimes in their skins, like, you just wouldn't really be able to tell. They all have that nose, they all have that upturned lip, they all have the strong eyebrows, they all have, like, some colored eyes, arbitrarily. They all have, like, this is the same for Ari. Like, if you look at the new skins for all of these champions, they all basically look the same. Like, you're telling me that this is literally not just that previous skin, but turned red? Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just literally the same. Yes, absolutely. All the female champs look like this, which is why I'm pointing it out in the cinematic. The cinematic is where she does look a lot like Aya Shalkar. Yes. Yeah, their faces change between the art, the game, and the actual trailers. But you can definitely see the bias from the artist. But honestly, I gotta give props to the artist. They managed to do one insta baddie face, and we're like, okay, we're gonna just do this face. Slide it on over, no problem. Talk about a one-trick pony. The new Karma skins also look like this. Like, old Karma, I feel like had more... Anyways, yeah. The Kaisa neck, though. I don't know why Kaisa has such a long neck. That's a great question. Yes, but this time with the fox ears. Oh my gosh. Zaya. Zaya too. It's everybody has those face, like, literally, add a nose ring. Boom, bam, done. Had some bird ears. They're literally all the same. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm done with my rant. Yeah, they all had the same nose surgeon in LA. Yes. Thank you so much for the tier 1, Inferno. Welcome to the pool party. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, the nose ring is funny. They were like, okay, don't look alike, but not too alike. Alright, what about adding a nose ring? I don't know who the inspo for Lucian or anything like that was. I just know Aya, because I've been following Aya before I even like knew really about League. So when I saw that cinematic, I was like, wait a minute. My favorite champion's on Irelia. I'm an Irelia one trick. Oh, speaking of, I actually had a friend commission me a painting, a drawing, recently. You're the answer for set? Nice. But yeah, this is something that Dace, who's probably not in the chat right now, commissioned for me. There's little pawns on the side. I've cosplayed Irelia before. I've done Divine, whatever the Divine skin is. Yeah, well, inspired. Once again, inspired. But it's really old. I have like old videos of all that stuff up. But yeah, this is supposed to be me. I can kind of see it. Wait, let me turn the right way. Something like that. Anyways, that was for my birthday. Gangplank is great. There's that's why I feel so bad for, like, I don't know. $40 skin, exactly. Yes. The splash arts? Oh wow, thanks for clicking. The splash arts are definitely massive baits for the low res skins, absolutely. But we don't need to get into the whole ecosystem of how video games make money right now. It's a different story. Aren't you guys glad that chess.com has no pay to win? My birthday is January 6th. So it's a whiles away. Okay. I don't mind Riot at all. Like, I get it. I just think it's funny. Why can't my chess pieces be sexy? Thanks, Octo. Thanks, Slipster. I would love to be able to pay for redos on chess.com. Should be a premium only feature that you get one take back every week. But But how funny would that be? Okay, sorry. Anyways, back to this game. We still haven't gone into a Mystics game. Alright, Mystic did not castle. I respect that. Oh, we lost a queen? How is this a flex? Chess is just single player league if you think about it. I mean, you might not have been here for my league days, but I used to have a lot of friends. I mean, I still have a lot of friends in the league community, but alas, they're either retired or a little busy. So, but a lot of league players love chess. The graphics are kind of boomer. Here, I raise you one. Where's the free? Would you rather have little poop pieces instead? I mean, I like it. I just don't think it can be a flex because your opponent blundered so badly. Like, I respect you for delivering this checkmate, but can't pin as a flex, sadly. This is what I've been saying. They should be putting custom pieces. Like, anyways, they don't know. Chess.com doesn't have payable skins. I've been telling them this for a long time. This would sell for 1900 in chess in Counter-Strike. Bring back my skins. I want my skins. I want skins in chess, please. Sorry, I'm just... I lost the Flex Friday channel somehow. Okay, next up, we got Pronov. Yeah, open packs for different skins. Yeah, people will pay 500 bucks for an Ari skin. People will pay for chess skins, for sure. Team up with Pokemon, so I can get, like, a Pokemon set of pieces. Like, I wonder, like, if we can get a petition for chess.com to start designing skins for us, or letting us at least upload skins. Because I could upload my own skins. I would just like to be able to use them on the site. Maybe we can do like a Dota system. Dota allows you to have like community made skins, no? So. Yeah. You got the $5 one? You can make every piece look like a pawn. Oh my gosh. I have another idea for pay to win. Unless you pay for chess.com premium, all your pieces all look like pawns. See you, Slipster. Okay, so this game is by Pronov, just a cool attack, played as black. I love customizability as well. Yeah, but unfortunately, you have to buy 6 skins of a skin. Ooh. Exactly, in order to promote the queen, you gotta go premium. But like, a lot of the league system works, right? Because the base game is free to play. So you can have whatever skin, but then you're gonna get in game, and then you're gonna see like Star Guardian Israel or Arcade Corky or something, and then you're gonna be like, whoa, that skin is so cool. So then you're like, okay, well, how do I get to this skin? And then they also make it so that nowadays you can't buy every skin 24/7. You have to wait for specific like times in the year when you're actually able to buy the skin, or you see the bobas like on MF. No judgment here. I get it. I get it. But I feel like it works. It just worked. They could definitely do it on chess.com. Oh, people are gonna get so much FOMO if they see that you have like Pokemon themed pieces. Absolutely. For sure. Absolutely. And you can also get skins free to play. Like if you just keep playing and you get chests and you get keys and stuff, you can still unlock skins for free. And I still want people to be able to do that on chess.com. But I would like to have chess.com. Like I would like skins. Oh, this is nice. I like this knight takes g4. They would make profit. Yeah, give me an army of Squirtles, please. You don't think most... Like, okay. But you don't think most League players are kids? Oh my gosh. League players are old now? No, don't do that to me. Sad. But now we are old. Damn, alright guys. We're all unks and aunties playing League. Oh man, that's so sad. Alright, I like this brilliant move too. These are good brilliant moves. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really well played game, Pronov. I know we were chatting about it while discussing League skins, but I do genuinely think this is a good game. Let's see how many games we have pinned so far. We have 1 flex, 2 flexes, 3 flexes, 4 flexes, and 5 flexes. Okay, I might have to remove the Ripod game. Pinned. Yeah, we have some strong contenders as always for flexes. Alright, I'm gonna close the queue. No more queues, no more submissions. I also gotta run to the bathroom really quick. So I will be back. Let me put up a game for you guys to watch. Oh, well, that game ended fast. Okay. I will BRB. Alright. I think women's only titles are great. I think they encourage women in chess. And encourage women to play chess. And for better or for worse, encourage my parents to push me to play chess. Literally, women's only titles are the only reason that I'm here right now. I mean, it's not the only reason, but it for sure was a contributing factor. Okay. Sacrifice Master, played as black. I have 6 games like this, hope I chose the best one. You better not have castled in this game. I mean, I think the- oh my gosh. This king! What the heck? This king just did like a little like circuit. It just did a little circuit. I love this. Wait, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is great. Yeah, women's only titles are not here to take away any accomplishments from men, but rather solely to encourage more women to play chess in a game that is extremely misogynistic and unfun to be in as a girl. So, I think it makes a lot of sense. Wow, this is a really good game though. This is really cool. I love it. Do I have any games that I can unpin? Having the point asking like, did you ever win against Hikaru and women can't compete against men in high level chess? Well, first of all, I have actually won against Hikaru, but also secondly, 99.99999% of the population isn't going to win against Hikaru, so therefore, like, should you maybe also not play chess either? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there a game that we need to take off of this? I might have to remove Lion's game. Lion's King made a really cool trip, but I think this king made a cooler trip. It did a whole circuit. Oh man, this is hard. A lot of these games are so much fun. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna take out a glass of chai. I found it. Exact, Julina. Why do I consider chess misogynistic? I wouldn't say I consider chess misogynistic because it's a literal board game. And accusing a literal board game of being misogynistic would imply that I have deeper psychological issues than just anxiety and depression. So let's not go there. But I would say that the game has a lot of people in it that are perhaps a little bit elitist. And for whatever lack of a better word, like a little old-fashioned perhaps. And are very opinionated in the way that the game should be played, as well as how the game should be presented, while they don't realize that chess is a literal board game. And the point of games in general is to have fun. So it doesn't really make sense. But speaking about my own experiences coming like from or in chess, is that people will always put you down no matter what. This doesn't necessarily apply to chess, but I've definitely felt it a lot more coming from parties of the other gender in the chess space. It's basically like, oh, you're always going to, or like, you know, you're never going to be as good as Hikaru. Like, yeah, no shit, I'm not going to be as good as Hikaru, thanks. You can't beat Magnus Carlsen. Okay, like, what's your point? Or like, the Women Grandmaster is not a real title. I'm like, but it is. Or like, you have a fake Women GM title. I'm like, okay, but like, I've pointed out a million times, it's literally a Women Grandmaster title. It's not the Grandmaster title. And it's okay for it to not be the Grandmaster title, you know? That's not what... I'm not trying to become a Grandmaster. So, yeah. I think it's just very much like... being a girl in chess. Oh, I can just show you like YouTube comments literally, or just Instagram DMs or anything. Like the moment I wear something that is maybe not accepted by, I think I've gotten this a lot more ever since I started modeling. A lot of people are like, oh, you're so narcissistic, the only thing you care about are your looks. And it's like, yeah, I'm trying to be on the front cover of Vogue. Front cover of Vogue is not gonna care about how good my chess skills are, no offense. You don't see Magnus Carlsen on the front cover of Vogue. Well, like, yes, I'm gonna care about my looks. No shit. But I don't think it's like really, yeah, or just the people in chat, literally like right now. So, yeah, imagine being a girly who wants to be on Vogue. I think it's cool that Judith Polgar is against the idea of women's titles. I don't really care that much. I just think that we are still a bit a ways from being able to have women only, to remove women's only titles. The goal in life, in reality, is that it'll be basically 50-50, right? Like, not necessarily 50-50 in the way that there's 50% of the chess playing population is going to be girls or anything like that, but just much more like, girls are not going to struggle so much entering the chess space. I can't tell you how many times I've like gone to a chess event and like if they don't know that I am somebody or like they don't know who I am or something, I'm getting like the worst remarks, man. I'm getting like just super like not nice comments or people that are just trying to incessantly flirt or ask me out even though I say no, and I've like said no so many times. Like that's not a pleasant experience for anybody. And especially like for a lot of people who are just getting into a game, imagine that's your very first experience going into a chess event. Do you want to go back? Probably not. Which is why I think having women's only spaces and having women's only initiatives is really important to encourage more women to play chess. Yeah, super creepy for sure. And it's very unfortunate that like that stuff happens, and if you literally hear conversations about from any other creator that's like a girl in chess, everybody has faced this type of thing, which is just, you know, like we, as a society, I feel like it's almost become normalized, but I just never understood why it should be normalized. So, yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, for sure, Connor, absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so bad. And the only, like, one of the main reasons why I started pointing all this stuff out is because I've had a lot of girls in my DMs and being like, thank you for standing up, or thank you for like having a voice on this, because I felt like this has happened, but nobody would like stand up for me and stuff like that. And I've never really necessarily thought of myself as a feminist or anything, because I don't really do, like, I'm sorry, I just don't have any, I don't currently have a grant for girls in chess or anything. I wish I did, I really do. I'm not currently really pushing any initiative or anything like that, but it's somehow crazy to see people like, oh, she's such a crazy feminist, and I'm just there like, bro, I don't even feel like, I feel like I should be doing more, you know? And it's just, I just think I'm just telling the truth. Like, I get super like rude comments all the time if I like wear anything that's sometimes Dochi inspired or something, which is like a little bit more Vivienne Westwood, I would say 80s office work punk style. People are like, oh my gosh, are you doing OnlyFans? Because I have like these like stockings on and I'm like in a skirt, and it's like very much like, let me get it straight, it's very much Doichi inspired, and people are just always like, oh, she's going down that route, and I'm like, have you not been on, like, have you not watched the Grammys last week? So, yeah, I think that there's a lot more that needs to be done for girls in chess before it is going to be, like, really comfortable for girls to be in it. But, yeah. And I agree, I don't think it's like all roses for men either, but I would also say those comments are zero help. Like saying that, oh, it's not all roses for men is like, yeah, I know, we know. My point is that nobody should have to face those type of comments. Let's be real. The majority of the time, if you get like incessantly asked out, it's not coming from a girl. It might be, and if you're uncomfortable with that, you should talk about it, and you should not be okay with that. If you're getting touched at events or tournaments or anything like that in a way that you don't want to, you should talk about it. You should call the arbiter, you should call the police, whatever it is. Absolutely. It should not just be like, it's just making the place a lot more comfortable for everybody. Like, it seems like it's really, really hard for people to just be normal, which is wild. So yeah, people should just be nicer in general, for sure. I don't know why it's so hard. Don't be weird is like such a, like, it should be the baseline, I guess, but it's not, and it's getting worse, which is the worst part about it. So I'm just very committed to making like a safe space for girls and people of like minority cultures, perhaps, in my content, as well as in my Discord, as well as on Instagram. I try to be really mindful about that, because I think it's something that a lot of people just don't care about. And then like, I just have so many people in my comments that are like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for speaking up, like, this is very helpful. So yeah, it is getting worse. Absolutely, it's getting absolutely worse. Yeah, I think with the ease of creating social media accounts and the comfort of being anonymous on the internet, at least in the West, it's become very, very easy for people to sort of just go out and say whatever they want and not face any like judgment on it or face any type of blowback, which is why I do think it's genuinely getting worse. Yeah. I think there's a huge lack of social adjustment these days, because maybe we've all been on the internet a lot recently, and with social media. Bro, we're so cooked. Not just the next generation, we as a society are so freaking cooked, man. So the best thing that I can tell people is to not worry about it. And like, people on the internet are just saying things because they want to say things on the internet. So I'm sorry to hear that. You should be getting praise. Congratulations. Yeah. I think like some things are getting better. I think it's getting more accessible for women to be earning the same as men in more like globally, but it's still a little like, it's a touchy subject, and obviously it's not the same for everybody all around the world. And I'm also really glad that, like, I don't want to make this a much bigger subject, but this is a much bigger subject. It's not just about chess for me personally. It's about the fact that being a girl and dressing a certain way means that you're going to get certain types of comments. And like, sometimes it's just not that deep, man. It's just not that deep. If a guy posts a picture of themselves in swim trunks or a Speedo, heaven forbid, do not want to see those. But let's say you're French and you're in one of those tight cycling suits because you're French and you love to cycle, and you post that on your Instagram, you're not gonna get a million comments that's like, oh my gosh, bro, like, Jeff is gonna be on OnlyFans next week. That's not what's gonna happen. But you see a girl post that, and it's literally like, it's all men in the comments that are like, oh my gosh, do you see what she just posted? And it's like, bro, it's just not that fucking deep. So exactly, yes, women have to look pretty, but you can't not want to. And I'm just like, please, I just don't want to see Speedos anywhere from anybody, anywhere on my feed. Thank you. Or those cycling tight, whatever it is. I just don't need to see that from either party. I'm really okay. But my point being, like, it is very much a double standard And there's a lot of like reasons why that double standard exists, which is why also at the same time, like I don't think society is moving. But my point is that like, yeah, there's obviously not all girls and not like, it's not just a specific gender party's fault. It's like every party's fault, really. Like it's literally, it's people of all ages, people of all genders. I don't know what to do. I don't have a solution. If I did have a solution, I probably wouldn't be a Twitch streamer. I'd probably be on a think tank. So, you know, don't come at me. There's no, like... Look, you can get hate comments from any gender and anybody. I've gotten comments from other girls that are like, oh, you know, like, you're not setting a good example for chess. And I'm just like, okay, well... How so? Why not? And I think... It's just, yeah. Don't stare. It's a mess out there. It's a mess. I don't think it's like any specific party's fault, but I would say in general that chess has a long ways to go before it's going to be fully welcoming to all parties. And it's not just women. It's also like people who are transgender, perhaps. It's people who are a minority. It's people who are... yeah. That's great, Connor. It's really great. It's great. I just think that it's very... It's tough. It's tough. I think now, I am not envious. I always say I wish I was younger, but I actually have realized I do not want to grow up in the Gen Alpha era. This generation that is currently being born, I feel like is so fucked. They're so... You can't... You're being told to be vulnerable and not be vulnerable, but not too vulnerable at the same time. You're told that you can be attractive, but only attractive in the way that other people think, and you can't propagate that yourself, because if you do, then you're narcissistic. You can't be funny or too funny, because if you're too funny, then you're trying too hard. And then you have to scale that back so people don't think you're trying too hard, because trying too hard is cringe. And heaven forbid being cringe. I think it's just like impossible, bro. It is impossible. That, like, I don't really know. You just have to be yourself and like hope for the best. That's literally the only thing you can do. And it reminds me so much of the way that beauty and like a lot of these like trends are kind of marketed, where it's like, oh, now you have to be slim, thick, or now you should look like a Kardashian. Okay, but this season we're really into Nicki Minaj, or this season, ooh, what about Diddovich? I kind of like that. Or like, oh, right now, Sydney Sweeney. Did you know? Did you see this ad? And it's like, damn. All right. Sorry, can't change my body that fast. Like, it takes me 5 years to lose weight and gain weight back. Relax. So, yeah. Anyways. I think it's... Yes. Oh, people in real life think of that all the time. Like, all the time. But anyways... It all goes back to the fact that I don't think having women's only titles in chess is a bad thing, because we're just here to encourage more girls to play chess. I don't think social media is the only problem. Like, it's not the only thing that matters. So, yeah. I think women's only titles are pretty cool. It's one of the few initiatives that are made to encourage more women to play chess. So. Yeah, but I do think that the way late stage capitalism has sort of made it makes it really complicated for people. Absolutely, Ballin. Like, at the end of the day, it's just about not letting external stuff control how you feel about yourself, and being confident in yourself and being like, okay, I'm gonna be me. And that is more than good enough. I am proud to be me. So, yeah. But I don't think that, like, I do think that social media is an issue. I don't think social media is the only issue, but I would say it has definitely influenced a whole generation of thoughts, or like a lot of people's thoughts, at the very least. And one of the really like interesting things is that I never really grew up with sexism growing up. Like, I just want to make that clear. As a kid, I had like zero sexism. I had very mild amounts of racism because I grew up in northern Finland, but it wasn't really anything serious. It was just more like, oh, you don't speak Finnish? We don't want to hang out with you. Sure, whatever. But I never had sexism. There were no women's only events in Finland because they were like, oh, okay. Do you want one? And they had one and I won it. But when I was playing as a kid, I was playing with all the guys and I would just win the open under 10 section or whatever it was, and then I would go play the World Youth and whatever. Like, it wasn't really a big deal. But somehow I've also faced like zero sexism in China. I want to make this really clear. There's a very big difference between sexism and beauty standards. A lot of beauty standards are sometimes imposed on women by themselves, like by other groups of women. Like, this is how somehow collectively we have decided is, or like one person perhaps, Kim Kardashian certainly has a little too much influence over this perhaps, but it's certainly not necessarily like a sexism issue. It could be, but it's not necessarily always. I just want to make it clear, I've also never faced sexism in China. Like, no one has ever given a shit about my gender. Like, I can do, nor have my parents really faced sexism. Yeah, so it's different. That's fine, exactly. It is also aggressive marketing. But I think growing up sort of in the, or like not growing up, doing social media kind of in the West has made me realize that a lot more people. Yeah, but the one-child policy, I think, the sexism that arose out of the one-child policy was perhaps more a reflection of the necessities of a growing economy and the necessities of a poor economy, rather than pure sexism, which is very unfortunate. So I guess you can constitute that as sexism, but like, I am a one-child kid. My parents only had me, and I was born during the one-child policy, and I'm a girl. I have a lot of other friends that were also girls, and we were very much loved by our parents and families and everybody. But if you were perhaps in a more poor rural area, then yeah, you probably needed boys to help you out with the farm, with like everything. So I think that's a little complicated. But I think that's a very, very, very different conversation. As a result of this, yes, Nork, there is still a major... I mean, I'm 25. This is not that long ago. This is not that long ago. It's a very complicated subject, but it's very unfortunate it happened. It didn't quite work the way it intended, and China realized this and they rectified it. So I don't really know if I can hold any of the people. Like, obviously it's not great, but it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do to make your life survive. Yeah, the S word is censored here. So, but yeah, I'm a one-child policy kid. Yeah. Gender. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But China also had a lot of policies, which I cannot tell you off the bat. Sad, cruel world. Exactly. But yeah, I think like somehow the West has I think China is kind of in its own though. Like, even if you go to Japan or if you go to Korea, there's more issues. But China is somehow like a standalone. Like, there's obviously sexism, but it's not that bad. So yeah. Anyways. Alright, let's get back to the last 4 games? 4 games. Okay. Yeah, beauty standards are weird though. Beauty standards are a different conversation. Oh, we watched this one. I like this one. We pinned it. I don't even know who submitted this. Please do use the template for submitting. Oh gosh, let's not talk about Italy. Italy also has crazy racism. But that's a different story. Played as black. I just know my opponent was kicking themselves. Oh my gosh! That's not where I expected this to go. That was a 10-move checkmate. That's crazy. Can I pin this? I don't think I can. We have too many good games today. This is cute, but it's not that much of a flex. Well, I think we have made progress in some ways, but also at the same time, I think arguing about whether or not women should have women's only titles, or arguing rather against it, is absurd. Like, bro, this is what you're choosing to spend your time on? The woman grandmaster title? Have you heard yourself? Like, why not spend that energy and, like, I don't know, doing literally anything else? Yeah, it's very sad, Pavel. I have friends that are, like, orphans and were adopted, thankfully. But I have a friend who can maybe tell a little bit more about her story with that, too. But like I said, I think it's very different when you're coming out of a place of poverty versus a place of sexism. Like, yes, a girl is realistically not going to be able to carry 300 pounds of wood, whatever a day that you need to, like, keep your farm alive. Yeah. So. I guess not, Connor. I guess not. But my point about the Women Grandmaster title is that there are so many issues in the world that we're still probably like 10 years away from being able to really even talk about, like, why women could maybe consider no longer having women's only titles. I think it's like, we're like probably 10, 15 years away from that. So. I think women and men could happily play together, and they do in certain cases, but the women's only title does not stop people from doing that. So. It's just like, yeah. More options is always a good thing. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, played as black. 945 and Hyperbullet. Yeah, maybe one day we won't need to have only women's. Maybe one day we will not need to have women's only titles. But that day is a bit of ways. So. Okay, well, bro did not castle. Damn! Nice game. Okay, Arfane. Ah, this is such a short game. It's a pity it put us on, like, the, what's it called? The final move, because this is such a cute game. You know why title? You know there's, like, Psalms and Master Psalms and W sets and stuff? There's literal titles for wine in the world. Okay, this is cool. Nice. I don't think I can pin this. I think we have our final 5. Yeah, sure, I agree with that, Fosh. Like, physical is very different, but I inherently do not think that, like, men are worse than... Sorry, women are worse than men at chess or anything. It doesn't have to be a 3-minute game. They just have to be no castles. Oh wait, we have one more? Did I accidentally include one? Oh no! Oh, this is a fail. I accidentally opened a fail. Yeah, there are wine competitions. There are wine competitions. There are wine tasting competitions. If there's a competition that you haven't thought of yet, you should think of it, because it exists. Okay, so let's start out with Skrilosaurus. Skrilosaurus played a little crab game. There's shopping cart returning championships. There's wife carrying championships in Finland. There's also sauna championships in Finland, which are surprisingly dangerous because people occasionally die. So let's not get into this whole conversation about, yeah, this is Hema. Okay, so this is Hema's game. Hema kept their king in the center, obviously very sus, but this week's theme was indeed keeping your king away from being castled, which is always fun. And Skrilosaurus Rex, I think, did a really good job. His signature opening is the crab. He actually managed to utilize this for his intended purpose, which is to attack on the king side. So he opens up the H file, takes with the queen, pushes the opponent's king into the middle of the board, and develops his piece. Opponent obviously does a little sack, whatnot, and the king goes to f6, but now he ends up on g5, and then he delivers checkmate with rook to g1. Doing all of this, by the way, without moving the king once from e1. How crazy is that? Pretty crazy. I don't know if Hema's here. Maybe. Alright, next game by Connor McChicken. So once again, this week's theme, not getting castled. Opponent actually entered brilliancy with bishop takes f7. Because this king gets brought out and they also win the bishop back. So Connor is no longer up a piece and in fact has a worse king position. But he manages to find a way to turn this all around with rook takes h2 because his king is safe on the queen side, no castling, just kind of like walked his way over there. Plays rook takes h2, king goes king takes h2, queen to h8 check, and then he sacrifices the queen on top of sacrificing the rook because after king takes h4 he has this wonderful move with bishop to f2 with a check. So right now this king is facing checkmate on the h file, which is basically a backrank mate if you shift the board 90 degrees. And then after now that the g3 square is cut off, he's able to just deliver checkmate with rook to h8. So a wonderful, wonderful wombo combo with that checkmate. All not having castled the king. And this, you can see how not castling sometimes could actually end up in your favor because your rooks and stuff are all able to go on the king side. Like bam, bam, bam. Like all of his pieces, all of his major pieces just ended up on the king side. All because he did not castle and his king's on c6. Okay, next up, we got this game by Lion. So once again, we were encouraging people to not castle. I would not typically encourage you to not castle, but for the purposes of this arena, we did. He plays king to f7, and the opponent also does the no castling thing with king to d2. So this is a pretty good position right now. Let me actually pull up the analysis board so you guys can get the live eval bar, because I know everybody loves the live eval bar. So he's actually able to get this sort of attacking, a sort of aggressive position over here on the king side. His king's obviously not castled, so it comes with certain risk. But now that the opponent's king's also not castled, he actually has a very strong center. And he managed to push the king onto d1. And this is actually really important because this bishop over here is cutting off this king from being able to go anywhere on the dark squares, and additionally this pawn over here is stopping the king from going on to e2. So after the king takes this walk up, the king just keeps walking, and then the opponent makes this blunder with knight to f7, and Lion is on it and he sacrifices the rook and delivers checkmate with the opponent's king smack in the middle of the board. Kind of a beautiful checkmate, really. It's very rare that you actually checkmate somebody's king in the middle of the board. Especially going like this way, perpendicular, rather than like parallel. So this is kind of cool. But yeah, that's Lion's game. And then next up, we have Pronov's game. So Pronov also, once again, does not castle because that's the theme. And then he delivers a beautiful, beautiful attack over here on the king side. Opponent decides to sacrifice for unknown reasons. We will not ask why. But he finds knight takes g4 with the brilliancy. Giving back that piece that the opponent already sacrificed. The opponent correctly realizes that they should not be taking this knight because they will be facing their doom really soon. So instead, he just gets a free pawn and then he marches his king over into the center. Cyprus gifts on h3 with bishop takes h3 and then brings the queen into the game. And it's basically just very smoothly goes into this game and the opponent resigns. So yeah, pretty nice game coming in from Pronov. 2 brilliancies in that middle game. Next up, last but not least, Sacrifice does a little circuit with his king. Well, he goes this way first and then goes back. So take it as you will. I don't really know what that's called. But regardless, he moves his king a lot in this opening. And then somehow ends up being up 2 pieces because the opponent's like, I can checkmate you. But they don't. So this game is really pinned for that beautiful little king walk. Because we like little beautiful king walks. That's the whole theme of this week. Is beautiful king walks. And he delivers a very beautifully played game after the opponent does the whole sacrifice thing and really goes into this endgame with no problems at all, being up 2 pieces, wins the rest of his opponent's pieces, and sort of just delivers. Well, it's very close to checkmate, so the opponent just resigns. Alright, who deserves 50 bucks this week? Also, don't forget, if you get your money on Phenom, you get $5 extra. So, if you would like $55 instead of 50, if you just sign up on Phenom and make an account there, you'll get $5 extra. And this applies to fails as well. Pronov. Alright, there you go. Aw, well, thank you for hanging out, Arfane. Good luck with school. Thanks for hanging. Alright, I gotta run to the bathroom, so I will let you guys vote. But if you have not voted, we are gonna do the fails after this. Fails are coming up. Okay, be right back.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with my
All right, congratulations to Connor. Also, Nicholas, what is this? Hand heart for you, even though you redeemed it while I was out of the room. But huge congratulations to Connor McChicken for winning this week's Flex Friday. Another $50 going towards 2 months of your rent. And thank you so much, Mickey, for the 1,000 bits as well. I really appreciate it. Hell yeah! Thank you. Yeah, the shirt, the skirt and the shirt are both really cool. I'm like just very comfy today. It's also very warm, so I'm like, let's chill a little bit. I do know it. It's great. I love seeing people win. Don't forget that you are able to submit your games every single Friday. Sorry, not every single Friday, every other Friday nowadays. And we have a themed arena for it the Friday previous, so you are basically unable to miss this opportunity for $50. But yeah, congratulations once again, Connor. Thank you so much, Hoff, for the 63 months. I really appreciate it. And we actually still have fails to go, so do you have... Sure, Zazy, that could be how that works. The design on the t-shirt is for Hunter x Hunter. It's the Phantom Truth. Oh, ow. Can you hear my back crack? That makes it $300 in winnings. Nice. Love to hear that. See? Chess can pay, in fact. Oh, is the hair hiding it? All I see is my camera trying to pick up on all the details, and it's got like this blue outline. Yeah, it is wonderful. It is wonderful. It's a brand that I was modeling for earlier this week. So, which reminds me, I am going to send them an order for all the stuff that they promised they would send me. Like my free clothing. Almost a Spider-Man t-shirt, but it's much more anime themed, which, not saying that I don't like Spider-Man. I just... Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime. By far. Alright, for the fails this week, we have 4 submissions? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5. What am I missing? Okay, I have Boy Shack. I have Drex. I have... Oh, I missed Tyson. Okay, there we go. A favorite saga for Hunter x Hunter. You know, I recently rewatched the Chimera Ant arc as an adult, and I gotta say that arc hit me a little harder than when I was a kid. But I still think it's the what's that, like the tower fight arc? That one's probably still my favorite. Oh my gosh, Greed Island. Greed Island was so good. Okay, it's between Greed Island or yeah, I think it was York New. The tower that if you fought, you got to move up in levels. Heaven's Arena. It's Heaven's Arena. Yes, I liked Heaven's Arena a lot. And I also like the Phantom Troop arc a lot. I don't know what arc specifically that was, but yeah. I liked all the Phantom Troop members. I thought they were interesting. But Greed Island was really interesting. I really like Greed Island. Anyways, weeb talk. Okay, let's get started on the games. Yeah, I love Hisoka. So, yeah. The more Hisoka in the arc, the more I liked it. Nice, Zazy. Hisoka is by far my favorite, like... Oh! I am doing well. I'm very excited to be going to LA and Japan very soon. Okay, Tyson. Yes. Does it tell a lot about me? Please, tell me more. I also do really like Ahsoka. You know, Hisoka and Ahsoka. Ahsoka's one of my... Well, Ahsoka is Clone Wars. Like, she was my idol as a kid growing up. But then... Anyways, I didn't really like the live-action Ahsoka. They did a really good job on her actual character design, turned into a live-action character. But her protege or whatever she is... Like, I forgot her name. Sabrina. Was just like... Anyways... We don't need to go on another tangent. Okay, Tyson's game. Yeah, I think Hisoka's an interesting character, and I live for interesting characters. Because let's be real, in this world and in this society, we're all kind of expected to act a certain way. Sabine, thank you. Oh, I would crush Miruem in chess. Absolutely. Also, lightsabers have a stun setting? Who came up with that? I'm pissed about that. If you get sabered, you should die. No offense. That's like a fucking like a hole in your body. There's no way your body recovers from that. That's not like a bullet shot or something. If you like get a literal saber into your body, you're dead, bro. You're dead. This one? This butterfly one? I know, it's sick, right? But anyways, it's not a fucking taser, it's a laser. Sorry. Yes. Yes, she probably would also would have died. Oh, it does automatically cauterize the wound. Cauterize? I don't know how the word... But it's like this big of a hole. It's not like lightsabers are like this tiny. It's like this big. There's a difference between whatever that word is versus like getting a hole. Cauterize. Well, I'm just saying they should exist. I'm personally all for doing a lightsaber battle. Okay, talking about not lethal, can we just talk about how bad the Stormtroopers' aim was to keep it going for 9 independent 2-hour movies? I raise you 1. How bad was if their aim was like 10% better, there would have been no storms. There would have been no like they couldn't have cloned a soldier that was a little better at aiming. Like Project Cutsman, no weapons. I have never played those games, no. Yeah. If we're gonna go last forest, it really is more like Pepega aim more. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know where they're aiming, but it's not at the people. Oh yeah, the worst luck in Star Wars has to be for sure on Beru and Uncle Lars. But anyways, regardless of whatever the strategy was, but like yeah, anyways. I have no context to what you're talking about. You know, I've also never aimed a gun. I've only aimed bows. So I don't know how hard it is to shoot a gun, but I feel like it cannot be that hard to shoot a gun. So yeah. Okay, back to Tyson's game. Sorry. You know who else failed to aim correctly and hit their target? Tyson. Because Tyson was playing this perfectly fine game. He was actually ended up being up a piece. It's easier than a bow. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I knew that. Like, I thought that the ricochet, it's not a ricochet, it's whatever that is, will be more, but recoil, thank you. Yeah, the kickback, the recoil. Oh, so this is where, sorry, now we're getting so distracted into the Star Wars talk. Sure, Imwe is casting a spell and inflicts the aim of stormtroopers at Rogue One, really? Wait, I didn't know this, that's crazy. Well, I think I really... No, they don't have gun ranges in Canada. They have archery ranges. My university had an archery range. Well, I'm gonna be in America very soon. Are there gun ranges in L? Oh my gosh, there are gun ranges in LA. That makes sense. Okay, but I don't really want to go to a gun range. You know what I really want to do? Have you guys watched Top Shot? Also, fun fact about me, I'm not allowed to own a gun for another 3 years in the county of LA, or like in California. I am not legally allowed to own a gun, but that's okay. I had to sign this waiver. I had a really bad mental breakdown, and I got myself California 5150'd, which is basically like a anti-suicide order. I wasn't actually trying to commit suicide, but it's a long story. So anyways, I ended up being stuck in a Californian hospital as somebody with no insurance from out of town. And they were like, you're stuck here for the next however long until we get a psychologist to come talk to you about whatever. And I was like, well, can I call the Canadian Embassy? And the Canadian Embassy was like, we actually are unable to help, sorry. So I was stuck in this LA hospital for like 3-4 days. And then I ended up being released to like a rehab facility. And then when I left, I had to sign a waiver that said I'm not allowed to own a gun. For whatever reason, they decided that was the most important piece of paper for me to sign, other than anything else. I don't know, but yeah, it is. I am a lot better now, so I don't think they cared that it was practically impossible for non-US citizens to own guns in California. Regardless, I had to sign that waiver, so I can't legally own a gun in California. But I can do ranges. I can do gun ranges, no problem. Yeah. 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 All good. All good. So, learning my lesson. Do not get yourself California 5150. That was not fun. Do not do that. If you 52 50s for 2 weeks, the two just check out. There's no waiver against knives, forks, cars, or lightsabers. So legally, I can still own a lightsaber in California. In case anybody wanted to gift me a real-life lightsaber, I'm still allowed to own one of those. I'm pretty sure there's also nothing against me owning a tank. Yeah, I just need to bend them. No, I don't think there's any laws against plasma weapons. Could I own a gun anywhere else in the US? Yes, this is only in California. I am legally, within whatever restriction / jurisdiction it is, I am legally allowed to own a gun, for example, in New York. But like, I have no interest in doing that. I'm very okay not owning one. I'm pretty pacifist, honestly. Like, in my humble opinion, more people having guns does not help anybody, because then everybody has guns. Whereas if nobody had guns, then... but that's a different story. We don't need to get into that. So... There's a lighter lightsaber, nice. But yeah. It's I'm not personally a huge fan of it becoming the Wild Wild West. I can hear you. Like, I'm a big fan of having... If we all... Okay, look, what I'm saying is, if we could do trial by duels or fencing or something like that, this world would be a better place. If you had issue with somebody and your first instinct was like, oh, yeah, but like, that's a much better concept than just being like, okay, like, it's structured, you know it's gonna happen. Hashtag bring back sword. No, but like, that's literally my point. Like, I just think that it is my, like, sabers and rapiers, if you're in full fencing gear, aren't really gonna hurt you. Let's be real here. When's the last time you heard a fencer get hurt? When's the last time you saw anybody in fencing bleed? Seriously. You can't really get hurt. How do you break somebody's arm fencing? Alright, you know what? Okay. I mean, I don't want to argue about whether or not the rapiers and whatever other... I don't even remember EP, foil, and saber or something. I don't know what type... I really don't know. But like... Oh, contact is allowed. Damn. He fell over? Nice. But I'm just proposing, look, if the president of the US had beef, let's say, with the president of Canada, they should just issue a fencing match. Whoever in a coliseum. But yeah, let's bring back duels. Let's bring back duels. Did I lose a game of chess? Okay, Can I challenge my opponent to a duel? Duels need to be a thing again. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, this is... like, it's just gonna be so much better. Yeah, imagine getting to 10, and then we would have reasonably aged politicians. Exactly, Iris, I know, let's duel. I mean, I just think that we should bring fencing back. Like, I think having reasonably aged politicians is kind of important, you know? Like, we don't need to send our populations to battle. We should just handle it ourselves. So anyways, I've never dueled. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lollipop. Let me check on YouTube. Sorry, we're so late on this. Oh, I see it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Atharva. You're great. Thank you, Kevin, for managing YouTube chat. That's it, screw up. But I do think, even if there is not an age limit for politicians, I think that they're, like, on their team, they should be required to have multitudes of people of different backgrounds. I'm talking not just, like, race backgrounds, but, like, also gender backgrounds, as well as, like, economical backgrounds, because people who maybe grew up in a less well-off environment would have a very different take from somebody who grew up, like, anyways, my whole point, like, sorry. Regardless. Yeah. No, democracy is actually not that great, but that's a different story. We don't want to get political here. We do not need to get political here. I think we don't even have a direct democracy. The only place that has a direct democracy is basically Switzerland at this point. And Switzerland doesn't even really have a direct democracy. There is almost no country in the world that has a direct democracy, which is why I think the current system doesn't really work, because you're getting all of these people to represent you, but they don't really represent you. They represent a fraction of you. And you might not be in that fraction. So... And also the point, a direct democracy might not work for a country as big as the United States of America, because you have so many different... United States of America is basically as big as, like, Europe. It's like maybe 60% of Europe. Like, I don't know exactly what the dimensions are, but can you imagine if Europe was governed by the same president? It would not go well. Like... Yeah, I just don't think it's, like, really ever going... I don't think direct democracy, or even democracy the current way, is really going to work. It's just too big. So, regardless. I don't know. I don't have a solution. I don't have a solution. I love Blownup Sleep. Like, why wouldn't you play Bishop C4 in this position? So the reason you don't play Bishop C4 is because it doesn't do much. You're just hitting this. But it's not that bad. So... yeah. Duels might not solve everything, but it could be a start. That's my take. Vote Nemo for president. Canada doesn't even have a president, so, you know, it's fine. Oh, Bishop C4 is actually, like, not a bad move. They'll play D3, I guess, and you'll take, and they'll have Queen D5, which wins the bishop back. Dueling's a great start. Yeah, I would personally, I mean, I don't know how I would do in a duel, so we'll find out. But, I do think it's, like, complicated. I don't think there's any good... I don't think there's any one good political system, which is why I think the whole idea of doing a specific system for one entire country when it's as big as the United States of America, which is really, like, Okay, look, you can lump some of the places together. Like, I'm sure if you put Nebraska in together with Iowa, nobody would really bat an eye. So let's say, like, there's about 40 states, give or take. We can have, like, a little... I'm sure Nebraska... I don't even know if Nebraska and Iowa are next to each other, but I've never heard of them on the news, so I'm gonna assume they would be fine. We can damn cut some of them. But my point is, US seems a little too large. Like, whenever I hear about US politics, I'm like, isn't this country a little too large to be run under one policy? So, like, I'm just like, you guys are like the size of a whole continent. How does this work? Like, why does this... Anyways, regardless. So, the thing about Canada is that Canada has 40 million people, whereas the US has like 400 million people. And I also want to point out, Quebec does exist. I will say, very actively, that Quebec does not necessarily align with the rest of Canada, and we don't even speak the same language, bro. I don't know what's going on there, but like, they're doing their own thing, and that is okay. So, I don't have a solution. Yeah. I think it's very, very, very difficult to govern in a country that's very large. I think the same thing for countries like India or China. But like I said, if you're going to insist on being one country, there is no one good way to govern it. So if you're going to choose one political system, then you're going to have to choose the one of like the least evils. But that's a whole different conversation. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's complicated, but I don't have a good solution, which is why instead we're here doing Flex Friday. Instead of being on the... I don't even know what board it is. For deciding what economy or what geopolitical system we have. But regardless, I stand for trial by combat. Bring back fencing. Bring back fencing. Fencing was literally like invented for that reason. Sort of. Bring back duels. Exactly. Hashtag bring back sword duels. Everybody's gonna be trained in like the 3 styles of fencing. Shotgun duels are good too. I mean, they're like less likely for you to die, so I guess it's fine, but... Would have gone further in life quicker. Yeah. Paintball duels would have been funny. Do I think AI is a threat to humanity? I don't think AI is a threat to humanity. I think humanity is a threat to itself. Like, AI literally only exists because humans exist. There would be no AI if humans didn't exist. It's ridiculous to blame anything on AI when it's literally us that's causing the issue. Like, bro, anytime anyone's like, oh, AI is the evil, it's AI would not have existed if we didn't exist. Like, what do you mean? What's your point? The reason that AI is able to take jobs from humans is because we programmed it to. Like, yeah, exactly. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Anyways, humans causing issues for themselves. This reminds me of the whole concept of insurance. You know who insures insurance companies? Reinsurance companies. You know who insures reinsurance companies? Other reinsurance companies. We don't need to get into that whole subject. So. Reinsurance. Yeah, that's actually how it works. Money doesn't. Anyways, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. We're totally not on a. What's the word for it? Like a house of cards. We're like a house of cards. We're literally just. We've propped up our entire society and just gone with it. And that's okay. Because everybody agrees that it's okay. As long as we all agree it's okay, it's gonna be okay. But like. The moment somebody says this is not okay, who knows what might happen? Oh man, Zuka. Anyways. Yeah, let's bring back dueling by swords, please. Thank you. How about we just do everything by duels? Everything. Lost a chess game? Let's settle it by a duel. Lost that insurance claim? Let's settle it by a duel. That'd be hilarious. Fabrico is very confident about their dueling ability. I like it. Okay, sorry, let's continue. We've been on such a delay for Flex Friday. Want this job? Duel. Because guns actually have the potential of like killing someone, and I'm not actually trying to do that with duels. I'm just trying to determine a winner, which is why I think the fencing way of dueling would be really interesting. It's so funny. I mean, is that not basically what your insurance company's already doing to you, unless you have an actual good insurance company? Or like airsoft duel, or like duel with rubber bullets, yeah. But it's also that rare. Or Nerf guns, that'd be so funny. Or what about like water guns? Trial by paintball. Like fencing Friday. That would be so funny if we had like fencing Fridays. You think you had a better game than the other guy? Alright, battle it out. That makes sense, Tom. That makes sense. Full noodle slap fight. What the? When did somebody break their back? Very sad, I know. But when did somebody break their back in that one TwitchCon? What were they fighting? That was pool noodles, no? I'm literally just having coffee. It was like a ball. They were like fighting into a ball pit, but it had like some. It was like foam jousting or something. Oh my gosh, we should do that, but with a deep enough jousting. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm all for this. Let's also bring back jousting while we're here. You know what? Let's just return to the medieval ages, where if you were the physically most valid person, you would be able to conquer kingdoms. At this point, why not just bring back Genghis Khan? Jousting is where it's at. We can have, what are those medieval things called? Like the medieval dinners where you see people joust and then you can have dinner on the side. We can bring that back, where everybody, like a fest, yes, let's bring back, I mean, literal medieval time. Okay, at this point, let's just bring back gladiator fights as well. Oh man. Yes, like at Excalibur in Vegas, yeah, for sure. Yes, okay, you know what? We can just bring back the medieval ages. Why not just bring back the medieval ages at this point? Let's just bring back the entire medieval period. I mean, at this point, it couldn't possibly be worse. So, let's just rebuild the Colosseum. Yeah, okay, but let's bring back the medieval ages without the dark ages, so no plagues, please. Let's actually shower and bathe at least like 4 or 5 times a week. Let's not have the Black Death. Let's keep cats, so cats can keep killing the rats and stuff. Let's keep that. Yeah, preferably without the plague. We can keep electricity, we can keep water. We can keep soap. Let's not burn the witches. Women still get to keep their rights. But let's there's 10 cases of plague every year in the US. That's crazy. Who the hell is getting the plague in the US? Yes, let's keep female-only titles. We can keep modern clothing. Thank you so much, Santazua, for the raid. Welcome, guys. We're currently debating if we bring back the medieval ages, what we should keep and what we should not keep. So this all started because I was saying that we should bring back duels for basically everything. For politicians, for being elected to office, for being... You know what? Fire is sick for cooking. We should have way more fire-cooked meals. Because let me tell you, electric stoves don't do a lot of food justice. Yeah, bring back jousting. Yes. I also propose rebuilding the Colosseum. Well, look, we can also bring back the Colosseum. And maybe we can also bring back, like, gladiators, but they actually get paid, so it's really just watching... So really, it's doing exactly what we're doing right now. But, in fact, the MMA fighters actually have to be paid a fair amount. How about that, UFC? Sorry, maybe that was too aggressive. But, yeah. Might not be getting a UFC sponsorship now. But regardless, I don't know which era we're in, but UFC fighters do deserve to be paid more. Absolutely. They deserve insurance. They deserve... So, you know... Thanks, Power. Chess players too. Chess players should also get paid a sufficient amount. Yeah, UFC fighters also deserve their marketing rights. They deserve the right to their own individual sponsorships. Let me think, what else? What else will we stand on? Bring back trebuchets and catapults? Where are we gonna launch our trebuchets and catapults out of curiosity? And see, yeah, we're getting so detailed now. Honestly, my platform was just gonna say, you can do it in your backyard against your neighbors, I guess. Yeah, trebuchets are kind of cool though. So for those of you who don't know, catapults are the one that have a counterbalance, but trebuchets, I believe, are on the same side. Anyways, so bring back castles, yeah. You know what? Let's bring back castles while we're at it. Germany is gonna have a really good time. Let's not bring back torture racks. Let's not do that. I'm down for moats though. I wouldn't mind moats. Really, it just sounds like we need to do a... Let's keep toilets. And let's discard witch trials. No racks, but I like moats. Moats are cool. But let's keep the water clean in the moats, preferably. Oh, army uniforms were way more stylish back then, yeah. Because unfortunately, witch trials put way too many people who were just a little mentally unstable or like mentally had mental health issues at the stake, and we don't want that. So, mode insurance, yes. Well, I mean, I'm sure people in Florida already have alligator insurance, so you really just need to ask them what insurance you need. We can keep planes. Let's keep planes. I agree with keeping planes. Let's bring back old-fashioned courting. I agree. Yeah, let's do that. That would be nice. That would be nice. Instead of going through like Tinder and swiping on like 10 people and then seeing who would accept, what if you pursued a girl for a period of time? They either say yes or they say no, and then you write them a very well formulated letter saying, "Oh, dear Josephine, you unfortunately broke my heart, but it was so lovely getting to know you. Okay, well now can I meet your sister?" So anyways, you know, like let's bring that back. Matchmaking services are making a comeback in Asia. Damn. Let's Okay, let's keep potatoes, let's keep tomatoes, and let's keep corn. Let's keep everything that we found in South America and actually give them credit for finding it in South America, like potatoes. Apparently Chile is like still the biggest producer of potatoes. Let's give them credit for finding potatoes and respect that. And yeah, well, let's keep spices. Yes, please. UK, you guys invaded all these different places and got all this different stuff. Let's please keep the spice in your food. We'll keep poker. Yeah, we'll keep poker. We'll keep cocoa. We'll keep coffee. We'll keep sugar. Let's keep the video games. We can keep fermented beverages. We'll keep Code Nemo. Yeah. We can keep chess. We were Colombia. Yeah, Colombia can keep the Panama Canal. We'll keep Twitch. Let's get rid of like we can get rid of X. I don't think anybody is gonna be less happy if we got rid of X. Like, I think everybody, like 90% of the people are unhappy on X. I don't understand how. Like, why? Why is everyone so unhappy on X? Like, everyone is unhappy on X. Oh, man. Did X bring back Twitter? I don't understand how X is so sad. Like, X is so sad. Yeah. I don't know. We'll keep our fiber. We'll keep fiber, we'll keep Wi-Fi. We'll keep drugs, medication. We'll make it so that you are able to legally become very wealthy, because I think that's the only way that we'll be able to encourage people to keep developing and coming up with new systems. But also make the realization that you should not be allowed to do certain things for profit, like selling off people's information or setting up a funnel system so that you are the one that benefits from each of your individual assets. I think that's a different story from, we should have safeguards in mind, but that's a very, very, very different story. I'm gonna introduce Finnish level taxes. I think Finnish level taxes unfortunately do disincentivize people from actually coming up, and I think it's really, I really think it's important to be encouraging people to come up with new ideas, whatever that is. But I do think late stage capitalism is a bit of an issue, so that's a different story. But yeah, let's get rid of Ponzi schemes. Everybody should be required to learn about both macro and microeconomics at school. That's what I would introduce. I would come back. I would come with that. I think a lot of people need basic econ classes. In like a high school level, like a second year of high school level. I think monopolies and duopolies should have either stricter rules or be evaluated each year for actual consumer confidence, basically. Yeah. I don't think oligarchies are inherently bad, but absolutely no men in tights. You know what? I'm actually fine with men in tights. Let's bring back 1700s English fashion. Nothing wrong with that. That's when heels were created anyways. I love kilts. I personally love kilts. I am. I really am. Like, I mean, I think this is a look. I would prefer, however, to ban capris. I don't really like capris. I think capris are awkward. Like, why are you shorts, but not shorts, but also not long enough to be like pants? Okay, let's keep the wigs out of conversation, though. Whether or not I can wear... Yeah. I mean, capris, I guess. Yeah, sure. Capris are a choice. Capris are a choice. I also don't... I do like... Yeah. I do like the waistcoats. I'm not sure about the capris. But I think this was a style. Bring back pirates. You know, we still have pirates. Let's not bring back pirates. Unfortunately, off the coast of, like, Somalia and stuff, they still have pirates. So, I'm not ready for pirates yet. Well, a bit worse than, like, in One Piece. There's actual pirates out there. They literally sail around, capturing ships. Let's not bring back pirates. Or if we're gonna bring back pirates, you have to be legally registered on one of those old school ships and have a plank. And let's ban scurvy. No scurvy. Scurvy is such an avoidable disease. All you need is some vitamin C to not have scurvy. No scurvy. Yes! We can bring back privateers. Exactly. Legal pirates were literally just privateers. Yeah, just eat oranges, bro. Friend in, like, first year of uni who got scurvy. Because they ate chicken wings and drank Coca-Cola for a year straight. So, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. They're doing better now. It is impressive, yes. What about spray tans? I think the British are currently still in their spray tan era, if you have seen UK fashion. So let's not do that. But yeah, I think that's my constitution. I mean, if we ban spray tans, we're banning Donald Trump. So we can't do that. Once again, trial by combat. Everybody just needs to learn fencing, and then we can all be fencers, and then we can all settle everything by trial by combat. It's not a spray tan he uses? Oh. meant psychopath is a Tinder filter, as in you're looking for psychopaths or you're trying to avoid psychopaths. Yeah, we can keep toilet paper. I am not. No, I am not. Yes, cock, indeed, yes. So I was genuinely curious if we wanted to look for more psychopaths or less psychopaths. Okay, yeah, what about trial by rap? The person with the better freestyle rap piece wins. Yeah, we can keep pizza. I mean, pizza's been around for a bit. Yeah, we can do rap duels. Let's just be, no, I like rap. But I personally think that we would be much better off with just doing, what's it called? We would be much better off with just doing fencing duels. Yeah, sword over rap, I agree. That's great, Fizz. I love that. I'm trying to think what else. No, we're gonna keep therapy. Let's keep therapy. In fact, everybody over the age of 15 should be forced to go to a group therapy session at some point. You don't realize how much good group therapy can do for you until you go to group therapy and you're like, oh damn, you know what, I'm actually doing totally fine in life. Let me just fix up my shit and get back to class. You don't understand. Therapy is not always about like, no, it's so good for you. It's actually so, I think it's so good for you. Is it Twitch chat just group therapy? Basically. Yeah, keep AA meetings. No, but seriously, I think group therapy does a lot for you. Like, group therapy makes you realize some shit. Like, oh my. You know what? I thought I was, like, mentally not well. Finds out. It helps a lot with self-awareness. It really, really does. Trust me on this. Like, it really does. I never liked groups. I don't like groups. I'm very introverted. But even then, going to group therapy made me realize, like, oh. Damn. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's much cheaper than giving everybody a single therapist, so. Yeah, let's keep books. Let's keep that printing press. I think we have a constitution here. We have a constitution. We're good. We have a full setup. Amazing. Yes. Okay, let's finish Flex Friday recap. Hey Maverick, thanks for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate it. What are we calling this constitution? As Maverick had previously mentioned, hashtag bring swords back. Hashtag bring swords back. We just want to have duels. I just want duels to determine, yeah. Oh, absolutely, Zuka. Which is why I think group therapy is the fastest way to get everybody more associated with therapy. Because if you're like forced to go to a therapy session at 15, then you're like, oh, well, you know, we've all been to therapy. It'd be so beneficial. So beneficial. Okay, sorry. Tyson's game. So we're actually looking through worse games. I know this might seem like a group therapy session, but it can kind of be a group therapy session, especially as we look at all of these not so good games. Yes, bring back duels. I just want to bring back duels, man. Let's just bring back duels. That's all I really want. Yeah, but they need it for everybody because you don't know if somebody has issues. And then it's too late. By the time somebody who has issues goes to therapy, it's like years and years of backtracking. But what if you just told people like, hey, by the way, your life is fine. You're okay. Be more welcoming to everybody around you because not everybody has your life. Or the other way, maybe you realize like, oh shit, I am very depressed for a 15-year-old, right? And then you're like, oh my gosh, we should probably get some help. Like, I think both ways it would work really, really well, which is why I think going through group therapy session is really interesting because it teaches you about other people's perspectives that you might not have thought about. I think that would make a really big difference. Because, like, a lot of times, sometimes, like, you know, everybody sometimes thinks they're on both sides of the spectrum. Sometimes people think that they're like, oh shit, my life is awful. But they realize that they're not, it's not so awful. But sometimes people think like, oh my gosh, I am, you know, the best at whatever it is. And they're like, oh wait, this person is like doing so well, but actually they don't think they're doing that well. Let me tell them, hey bro, you're doing really well. I think like having these perspectives in a group therapy session is really fascinating. Yeah. So anyways. Yeah, I think group therapy, it can be. It might not sound fun, but I think it really helps you with outside perspectives. It can really, really, really not be fun. For sure, absolutely. Which is why a lot of people really struggle going to AA meetings. And I'm sorry, I really am, but like realizing that other people also go through struggles while you're going through struggles does help a little bit. So it's not really supposed to be fun. It's supposed to, yeah. But I think group therapy would be good. Alright, so these are fails. These are the worst games, and this one's very self-explanatory because the Tyson was beating somebody 800 points higher rated and then literally blundered made him won. True, Calc. True. And it's also cheaper than individualized therapy. Obviously, the goal in society would be that if for everybody who needed therapy could just afford therapy, that would be the dream. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So my next best solution is group therapy. I accidentally turned off my mic. Hopefully not, Beal. Hopefully not. Alright, next up, we got Gary Kasparov with this fail. So you're not supposed to castle in one of my previous arenas. However, this was a game Gary played like years and years and years and years ago, where he moved his king up. So this game was actually not even that bad. Definitely not something worth going to therapy over. And he has improved a lot. He is now 1800. Yeah, I think group like entry level is what it is. Like, if you just have to experience it, you might not like it. But it gives you perspective. And sometimes giving perspective is the first step. So this was actually a totally fine game. Gary was actually doing really well up until this endgame part, where he had all of these pawns pushed. And in fact, he gets 2 extra pawns. But alas, he decided to give up this past pawn for some reason, instead of routing his king over to push up this pawn, and he ends up drawing. Not the worst game I've seen as far as Flex Friday games go, because he did play this a long time ago, so, you know, things have gotten a lot better for him since then, but yeah. Oh yeah, Dami, glad to hear that. Alright, next up, we got Diddovich. Diddovich played, it's 2673 by the way. Diddovich played a really clean game. The first part of this is not very interesting because it's just going to the end game where he eventually gets a slightly better position. But then after that, he manages to find this way to sort of not win the game. So currently he has the entire kingside pawns to gobble on. So he gobbles up all the kingside pawns, and he has 3 pass pawns, but what happens? Well, he promotes into a queen, promotes into another queen, loses it, and then fails to checkmate with 0.0 second, with 0. Like, yeah, literally 0.1 seconds left on the clock, and he ends up losing the game, actually. So. I have a lot of people who tell me they're learning English by watching my content, actually. I appreciate that. I do think I speak a very, what's the word? Like, generic English. So, it's good. It's good. But yeah, that's another game that deserves to be on Fail Friday. And then next up, we got this game by Drexy. So, Drexy played a pretty solid game. Let me actually pull up an eval bar. Drexy plays a pretty solid game, gets into this type of position where they win this pawn on e6 because the opponent doesn't take it for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe they thought that this was more of a threat than it needed to be, but they actually have bishop take to f7 here. Like I speak Mark in English. Thanks. I do enunciate my words a lot. It's true. It comes from my mom being like an English teacher. So Drexy plays a pretty solid game, goes for the attack, is completely winning, chases the opponent's king all the way to f3, in fact, has mate in 2 with 50 seconds left on the clock. But instead, they decide that they will blunder checkmate in 1 instead. Because why not? What's better than checkmate in 2 than blundering, giving back checkmate in 1 yourself? While giving up the queen, by the way. This is actually a double whammy. This is like a Botez gambit into a mate in 1. We need a new word for that. I don't even know how you do that. That's pretty impressive, actually. Okay. Next up, we got this game by Boyshak, who, in typical Boyshak structure, had all these chances. We don't even need to go into them, but had all these chances. Ends up winning, being up a piece out of the opening because the opponent sacked. And then decided to somehow open up their king structure for whatever reason. I don't know why, but like you never want to open up your king position when you're the one up a piece and your king's kind of not castled. So he moves his king to g8 and gives the opportunity, he gives the opponent the opportunity to deliver 2 brilliant moves back to back, which is always very impressive. It's, this is like when you guys submit flexes, this is like the other side of that. This is the anti-flex. Bro managed to get checkmated with this beautiful queen takes c8, sacrificing the queen, and then sacrificing the rook. And this is once again back rank mate, so you have to take with the bishop, and then rook to f8. Bam! Checkmate. So yeah. Uno reverse flex, literally, when you get flexed on. So this week's $25 will go to Tyson, who deserves 25 bucks. This week, we got Tyson 178. We got Gary Casparov, Diddovich 96. We got Drex _ Lexi and Boyshak. So yeah, go vote. I know we got sidetracked on this because of our bring back swords conversation, but I want to let you know I'm very serious about bringing back swords. We'll make a petition for this. Unfortunately, I can't run for president in the country of the United States of America because I'm not American, but maybe we'll run for it in Canada. I mean, how much worse could it get? Hey, Ryan. You have an issue? Okay, settle it with duel by combat. Joking. Alright, I will be back. Make sure you're voting for whoever you think deserves the best game. Sorry, worst game. Vote for whoever you think deserves worst game. Yeah. A duel for everything now. Alright, who is currently winning? Oh, Boy Shack, as usual. Classic. Can't vote in the Twitch app? Sad. We cannot see how you vote, actually. Thank you so much, Mickey, for the 1,000 bits as well. Appreciate it. And if you don't know anything about chess, that's okay. I hope you've been enjoying our conversations about duels. Tune into the Nemo stream for all the random subject matter. Okay, I'm gonna take another walk.
My spirit's awake, I don't feel the same. So many people here, but somehow they disappear. 'Cause all that I trust, it crumbled to dust. But finally I can breathe. Open my eyes and see all of the beauty in front of me, giving back all the energy that I never felt before. Beyond the lights of society that were killing me quietly, now I found myself a home out on my own, out on my own, out on my own.
Alright. Have a great night, Zuka. Take care. It's looking like Boychak is going to win this vote. So unless anybody else has any strong opinions, make sure you are make sure you're voting. Go vote, go vote, go vote. Oh my gosh, Lion! Thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. Oh. Hell yeah, if you guys are getting gifted sub, please make sure you're thanking Lion. I really appreciate it. Oh yes. Alright, congratulations to Boyshak for winning! I'll just have you know, your game was so bad, it was so memorable, that after a 1.5 hour wait, people were still willing to vote for your game. So, congrats to that. I don't know if that's a good thing, but hey. 25 bucks is 25 bucks. But yeah, if you were watching this on YouTube, make sure you are going to watch this in the future on Twitch, because this is where we're able to see all your game. Well, Discord is where we're able to see your game submissions. So technically, you don't actually need to be like on Twitch, but Twitch is where we read the chat anyway. So yeah, congrats, Boyshak. Congrats to everybody who submitted games for both Flex and Fail Friday. On top of our talks about medieval worlds and all that, we do give 50 buckaroos for the best game and 25 bucks for the worst game. So, yay! And if you won your money on Phenom, you get 5 extra bucks. Not even briefly discussing politics could make us forget how bad that game was. This award was so unexpected. True. True. Soon to be updated for Duel Friday. Exactly. Alright, if you guys were watching on YouTube, make sure you're coming over to Twitch, because we are going to swap to everybody's, or YouTube's least favorite part of the night, but everybody else's favorite part of the night. We are going to, that was not really politics. I think it was very much like satire. I don't even know if it counts as satire. I don't think anyone can take that seriously. I hope nobody took that seriously. Or maybe we should be taking it more seriously, because how cool with a constitution based on how well you could. No, I'm joking. But jokes aside, we are going to be swapping over to poker, which means that if you're watching. I'm not running for office. Am I allowed to? Do you think I'm allowed to? Do you think I am legally allowed to run for office on that? I don't even know what you call it. On that specific, like, yeah, maybe. Oh my, that'd be great. But yeah, regardless, goodbye YouTube. Come over to Twitch if you want to watch any poker.